y'all, man? How y'all doing? We early. We gonna wait for some people to load in. Man, we gonna get at it. Yes, sir. We gonna get active. Do do do. Ooh, links. Got to send out links. Man, I got so much stuff open. Trying to do too much. Let's close this. Let's close this. Let's get some links sent out, man. We get some folk in here, man. We can talk about some stuff. That's my thing. Let me talk to my brother in a minute, man. Wouldn't mind him coming in here and hollering. Man, if they come and talk about the show, that'll be fire. But I know that was all electric. A lot of range. Man, that's hard. Let's see. Get out of here. Transmission. Wow. What's going on, family? Just wait for more folks to jump on in here. Oh, where is this thing? I got these pictures too. Golly. Man, we got a lot going on. Not complaining though. I can tell you that. Some of this stuff is gonna be good. Gonna be real good. What up, D? Of this that I got on? Motivation? Nah, I'm gonna send you one. You ain't gotta do that. Text me your address. I'm gonna just send you one, bro. I got you. I already got something going with this. I got a couple of shirts, man. I've been dragging to get my shirts made. That's a whole nother topic right there. So I got some people requesting shirts with Zeus on it. So I had to create a new image of Zeus, and I'm actually about to put some shirts together from that perspective. Um, this one right here, I'm gonna send it to you, D. I need to update the wait, does this one have, I think this one just got the emblem on the back, the Swole 55 logo. I think this one just got the logo on the back. Yeah, we good with that one. So I'm gonna send you this one, bro. This the motivation shirt right here. Just send me your address, dog. I got you. I got you. I got you. We get it done. I got the latest shirts I did was the Design from Greatness. What's going on, Ray? Hi, Zay. Zay, listen, bro. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna get to Zay in a second. I have the Design from Greatness. I also have No Time for Foolishness. Um, those two I need to actually get popping on. I got somebody local that's supposed to be doing those. I got this one. I got two other ones that I got already in a cart that I can just order when I'm ready. And then I need to make new shirts. So my plan is I need to do some shirts with Zeus on it. I got the image made. I just gotta get to work. What I'm probably gonna do is get Krista designing for me. She's actually really good at that stuff, so she can make a little money off of old man. We'll figure that out. What's going on, Ray?
Not much.
What you eating, man?
I got pizza and Italian beef with cheese.
Prime time, Zay. I'm not gonna be able to make the show this weekend, but I need you to, if you got time, man, anytime, pop in. I sent you a link so you could come and talk about the show, man. I'm not gonna be able to make it. Got a prior engagement, kind of got me on lock. Got to maintain that engagement. You did, but I don't want to forget to promote what's happening this weekend. We got to get that. We still got to put some word out on that. It's been busy, man, and I know with the 100 episode kind of threw me off. And last week was just it wasn't a great week. A great week. It was just a hard week, and it took me off my square. So we're gonna get back on, but definitely, Zay, we gotta promote the show that's coming up.
When are you going to post the video up the cruise from the other weekend?
As soon as I edit it, I'm probably I wanted to start on editing that thing. Man, I gotta get content from well, just two cameras, huh? I got content from two cameras I need to do. I just need to pull it down and organize the content. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put it out. That last video was low hanging fruit. It was easy to get out fast, so I definitely need to work on that one. I would like to have that one go out tomorrow if I can put the time in tonight and knock it out, and then I can get that one posted. For sure.
Yep.
He hit me with that one. I definitely gotta get on my t-shirt grind. And I've been dragging on man. I was supposed to have that stuff all laid out and ready for this season to start. And I didn't.
It happens.
So much stuff going on, man. Gee, where's there so much stuff going on? Yeah, it definitely happens. Spread yourself too thin sometime. I need to figure that out. I need to duplicate myself. There you go. My brother, Prime Time Zay in the building. What up, bro? How you doing, man?
Out here on the road, man, trying to get a couple dollars.
Oh yeah? Where you headed
I'm
to?
headed
Or
down
headed
to,
from?
I'm going to Springfield, Missouri to drop off 2 vehicles right now, and then picking up some in Indiana. Well, picking up one in Indiana and taking up to Detroit. Then I got a Maserati, a homeboy Maserati, and a Shelby truck. I'm taking up to Muskegon for the car show.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so I'll be picking those up tomorrow. But
How far are you going, Zay? I got a guy hit me up. One of my guys I work with. He got a Grand National that he trying to get down to Arizona.
Oh, I go out anywhere as long as they paying.
Let's call it what it is.
Yep, I actually got somebody that got a vehicle going out picking up in Arizona pretty soon too. So it might work if they can.
He looking at August, September time frame.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, shoot, he pre-planned it or whatever. I can make it happen.
That'll work. I will definitely give him your information tomorrow, so he'll hit you up and rap about it tomorrow for sure.
When could you go to Tennessee?
Anytime.
Dude, so stupid.
We were just talking about this earlier.
Yeah, we sure were.
I found a car in Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually heading. Probably on Monday. I'm actually going to Massachusetts.
Okay.
Guy had found a car out there, a little barn find or whatever. So he found one out there. I was supposed to be heading out there on Monday.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been all over, man. I've been just grinding.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm kind of happy for you, man. You doing what you want to do. You actually then pull the strings off that other foolishness and making things happen for yourself. I like that, bro. That's fire.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, man. I wanted to tell you, bro. I did my first trade today, made money.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
First trade, we made money. So we grinding. We about to get at it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely gotta make that money work for itself. You know?
Yeah, man. I didn't figure it out, Zay. And when I tell you, it's kind of weird, bro, when I think about it. Like the patterns that I see and how this stuff start to work and it just come together. It's kind of weird how it's kind of scary how it all came together, but I'm not complaining. I'm gonna run with it, man. It's doing what it's supposed to do, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta keep at it, you know what I'm saying? It'll get easier and you'll start seeing little tricks to trade, as you go.
Bro, that's what I got. My last little run on paper trading, man. I was at 80, 93% success rate or win rate. I was clowning, especially, in micro e-mini, making still averaging around $400 a day.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's good. Definitely good. And it can come so quick, and you don't even got to be on it all day. You know, like
About 90 minutes, man.
yeah,
I'm hanging in there for about 90 minutes, and then
yeah,
it's doing what it's due. We gonna, like I said, I got a plan. we gonna we gonna grind
yeah,
out. We're gonna grind out to the end of the year. We gonna see what's happening.
yeah, yeah. That's what's up. That's definitely that's definitely the move. I ain't gonna lie. I, I haven't jumped back in that bag right now, but I'm getting ready to jump back in it soon.
I know you
Cause I
said
know
you was going to.
the car hauling is cool, but like it's ups and downs. Like right now, it's kind of slow. It's not as big as what it was a couple months ago. A couple months ago, like shoot, I was turning customers down left and right.
Word?
Now it's to the point where like I'm good right now, where I'm still profitable, but I'm not turning customers down. I'm actually available to actually run their loads and stuff right now.
Okay.
So then
Things
like I've
kind
been
of
doing
balance out.
basically. Yeah, it's balanced out right now. I've been like grinding. Like one week I grind, next week I take a whole week off and just chill, be around the house and enjoy the house and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
Well, ain't nothing. Listen, nothing wrong with that at all. Man, enjoy the crib, enjoy your family, bruh. Ain't nothing wrong with that,
yeah, yeah, 'cause like that's one thing. When we got the house, I was like, man, I got to make sure I can make time to actually be here and enjoy it, because spending all that money on the house and then not even being there just don't make sense.
bruh. Say it again. Say it again. I mean,
For
for
real.
real, there's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people who find themselves in different levels of success, and they get houses of their dream, they get cars that they love, but because of their lifestyle and work ethic, they find themselves in situations where they can't even enjoy the things that they have. They don't spend very much time at home enjoying the house. Maybe they're working at home constantly or working outside of the house, or they don't have time to drive in cars because they're putting so many hours in. Like Andy that comes on here sometime. Andy have a habit, man, where he get out there and he start working 50, 60 hours a week, and he don't have time to enjoy his cars. Boy got
That's
5
how I
cars.
was
He can't
working.
even drive them.
I was working 70 hours a week when I was working for Cisco. So it was a lot. And your body be broke down, and then you come home and you literally can't do nothing but eat, go to bed, and get back up and do it all over again. So,
Yeah,
like, now I like what I do because I can go hit the road for, like, I'm on the road for 3 days. I can go hit the road for 3 days and be done for the rest of the week. I ain't got to do
that's what
nothing.
I'm talking about right there.
And in the 3 days that I'm out here working, I've made more money than what I would have made working for 2 weeks at Cisco.
That's what
So
I'm
like that's the
talking
best thing.
about, man. Then you can sit your butt down in those some of the mornings with your cup of coffee at that
Yeah,
computer
yeah,
and make it pop,
yeah,
bro.
I definitely I'm getting ready to get back on it for sure. I kind
When
of
we
been
first go ahead.
yeah I kind of been on the content side of things right now. Like I kind of found my lane and everything just been getting taken care of, and I
What
ain't
up,
really
Lefty?
get back in that grind mode yet. I'm kind of content with everything I got going on. I got to get back hungry, so that's what
Well,
it
you know
is.
what? Here's what happened, man. So let me. Oh God, I hate when I get in that space because everybody don't always understand. Check it out. So when you put yourself in that situation, you start grinding, you start making all these things happen, right? Um, and I get biblical because then you find yourself in the desert. We get sometimes complacent in that desert too. You should enjoy that time in the desert. Enjoy that time where you're complacent, where you can chill, where you don't have to worry about. You're not worrying about this. You're not worrying about hustling. You're not worrying about this. Enjoy that time in the desert because then it gives you an opportunity to grow, get comfortable in that space, and then use that energy that you stored up for the next hustle. So enjoy that time in the desert because you need it. It's necessary. It's necessary for recharge. It's necessary for refuting things around you and in your life that you don't need. It's necessary for moving forward.
Right. Nah, for sure.
Enjoy that time in the desert. It's not that bad. It's a good thing. It's really a good thing.
Yeah, because the best thing about like this summer so far is just being able to, like, if I'm at home, I get up, and I done caught a lot of nice days when I'm not working. So I get up and shoot, put the swimming trunks on, go jump right in the
Jump in the
pool
pool. Look at this.
and relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, then my daughter, that she'll have a friend or something like that. They be in the pool till about 2 o'clock in the morning every day. So it's like
How,
they enjoying it. So
how's it feel?
no, it's exactly what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Is it
you
what you
grinding,
expected
grinding,
it to
grinding.
be?
Absolutely,
Okay. Okay.
absolutely. And then it's like the house thing. Like the house thing is better than cars to me.
Way better. I'm gonna tell you, you need it before you need cars.
Like we got a movie theater in the crib. Like we want to go chill in the basement in the movie theater and just turn on the projector and watch a movie. We can just go do that. Like it's so much stuff to do at home. And then like with the cars, it's like you gotta do this, do that, do this, do that. You gotta watch where you go with your cars. You can't drive certain areas and all this type of stuff or whatever. And it's just you can't enjoy the car the same way you can enjoy the house.
Yeah, man. That luxury of home, right? Is although it's static, right? It gives us a dynamic way of living because you can move from room to room and have that experience. Or, like you said, man, you can dip in a pool, or you can go down to the theater and then chill out and watch some movies or whatever down there. You can go in the living room and just look at the nothingness and everything that all it is that's yours and just enjoy it. Just be
Right.
in your space. There's nothing wrong with just being in your space. But that car
Yeah.
stuff, I just had a conversation
See,
with somebody about that. Oh man, you should drive it, this, that. I'm like, no. First of all, the traffic. First of all, it's construction. Next of all, it's construction. And then I gotta worry about knuckleheads. It's
yeah,
too many
it's
things.
the thing with the cars too. Like you don't want to like with me because you know I swap out cars so often. That's how it's been lately. But like with me, I don't be wanting to put too many miles on my cars now because I know I'm not gonna keep them because I'm still grinding for that Lambo. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Or that ZR1. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like that's and I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day. I'm like, right now, with the ZR1 just came out, with my Z06, the value of the Z06 is declining so quick.
Bit
I feel like I
fast,
should get
like
rid of my
lightning. It's
Z06 right now.
falling like rain.
Like I want to get rid of my Z06 now to where I can get, you know, the most money off of it, and I could just take that money and reinvest in my business. And when the ZR1X or when I get ready to get a Lamborghini or something like that, shoot, I've been to flip that money from that Z06 and been and got there quicker, you know.
Let me ask you this. Thinking about the ZR1 or ZR1X, right?
Yeah,
And also,
I want
I know how you
I
feel
want
about
the
the
I want
Lambo.
this. I want the ZR1X. I don't even want the ZR1. Like
All
if
right.
because the ZR like that's the next step. Like the ZR1X and the Lamborghini, they all gonna be in probably in the same ballpark range or whatever, when I can
Price
afford
wise,
it. So it's like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, price wise,
Performance wise,
it's like,
no. Yeah, the X is gonna be next level
yeah,
because it's gonna add everything in the ZR1 plus electrification. So it's gonna be something
yeah.
ridiculous.
But see, I
You know
really
what I'm
don't even
saying?
care about. I really don't even care about the performance that much as far as Lamborghini to the ZR1s
Yeah,
because the Lamborghini is just a different statement. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like
completely.
you don't even need the like when you see a Corvette and especially with the C8s, all the bodies is looking the same. The average person that really don't know Corvette car people can't tell the difference in which one it is. They don't
Correct.
know. You know what I'm saying? But a person that's not a car person, when they see a Lamborghini pull up, they know what a Lamborghini is.
Statement
You know,
pieces.
you know, yeah. So it's like and then like that Lamborghini, it's a different network, and you're gonna jump in once you get that Lamborghini compared to that Corvette. Cause like
Possibly.
one thing I learned at the Detroit Auto Show, I I got into the Detroit Auto Show, but I didn't get upstairs with the exotics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
we
it's like
talked
when you
about
got
that.
that Lamborghini and it's
We
that
talked about
exotic,
that.
you upstairs with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
So
I get it.
it hit a little different. You
It
know?
does hit different. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does hit different. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
So, like the other day, I went out and cruising with these cats. To the whole, we did the White House takeover ride. After White House takeover ride, we went and cruised. A smaller group went out and hit some back trails. We went past Galena and all into Mount Carroll, I think it's called. But I went over and I talking to the cat that's putting this on, and I tell this story because, like you said, when you depending on what you have, man, it start really changing who you dealing with. Not only that, man, but them people they bring something to the table. They bring a bit of an attitude, if I can say the least, to the table. So I went to talk to this cat man that's putting it on. He's got a Ferrari. He got 456, and I went over and talked to him. Hey, look, I'm trying to get the map, so I don't, He said, "Oh, don't worry, man. We'll take it easy on you." Like, what you mean you gonna take it easy? What you mean you gonna take it easy on me? I got a Z06. You don't need to take it easy on me. I need you to drive. I'm gonna be good. You ain't gotta worry about taking it easy. But I had we had two Ferraris, we had two McLarens, AMG GTC, and then me. Right? Although I'm keeping up with these guys, no problem at all. It's heat that I'm running with. These cats got some really nice cars, but it shows you the caliber who's connecting with who. I got in not because of what
Yeah.
I'm driving. I got in because I knew somebody that was with them. If I did not know anybody that was with them, I couldn't have rolled with them cats, man.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they don't
That's how it
look
is.
at that car the same way. Although it's the performance. Shut up, Siri. That vet is ridiculous. That vet is stupid. I ain't got to tell you,
Yeah.
you got a 06. You know what that thing can do, right?
Yeah.
But because it still had that little bitty Chevy emblem, ain't but 3 Chevy emblems on that car. But because it has that little Chevy emblem, it ain't treated the same. It don't get the same love.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like with me, I know once I get to that, I feel like I know for sure, like it opens different avenues up
Oh, it does.
immediately. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does. Networking, the whole nine.
It's different people you around, and I wanted like getting a boat. Like I thought about just getting a boat because I like the other day we just had a car show at our marina in town. Like we got a new marina built on the water or whatever in Muskegon,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we had a car show there for the 4th of July, and then
Oh, I saw y'all out
the
there.
owners and the guy that threw the car show and the owners, they come up to me, they like, hey, we got a helicopter pad over here. You want to put your car on the helicopter pad and watch the fireworks, and we can do some content right there. I'm like, yeah, but it's like that that boating
Oh, I am
avenue
in the
can open.
building.
Like this a billionaire telling me I can put my car on his helicopter pad and watch the
Wow.
fireworks from up there and do content. So it's like that boating avenue can open up a whole other lane, with different people that you're dealing with too. Because all those guys, they know each other. Like when they out on that lake and stuff like that, they all know each other.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And
You got to watch for some of the potentious energy also. You got to be you still got to be discerning who you deal with when it comes to some of that crowd too, cuz all of them they're not created equal, like for real for real.
yeah, you right. But like one thing with me about my hometown and stuff like that, I've got good with all the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like I was asked to join the Chamber of Commerce in Muskegon, like where I'm networking with all the good business people. So it's like,
Hey, bro, I told you that car show is going to be next level for you. That car show opens
yeah,
so many doors because of the positive things that you bring into Muskegon. That car show
yeah,
opened up crazy stuff for you.
oh yeah.
It's only
And
the
it's like
beginning, though,
you
bro.
got
It's only the beginning.
you gotta think about what I'm doing at my car show.
I know.
My car show, I'm throwing a car show But this billionaire is letting me take one of his parking lots and do
And
burnouts in it
doing
and tear the parking
burnouts.
lot up.
Whoa. Let's back up. Although we doing burnouts, man, you still got tons of activity for families too. Like it's not just
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
car show. It's literally an event. It's a full event. Let's talk about that. It's a full event right there at the dealership. We got a whole parking lot for sliding cars. We got tons of activities and food for families and kids. Plus, we got
Yeah.
all these fire shows, cars lined up, right, presenting themselves so people can walk around, talk about their cars. And some people, of course, gonna sit next to their car and share whatever information that you want to learn about their car. It's
Oh
an
yeah.
event. It's an event. And it brings a lot of positivity right there into that area. It's an event, bro.
Yeah. Yes, this year it's gonna be way bigger on the car show side of things. The burnout pit is done got huge. I got people writing me every day asking me, can they get VIP this and VIP? I'm like, bro, just pay your money when you get there or whatever, bro. You ain't gotta do all that. Like they just so eager about it. Like it's guys that haven't came but they heard about it.
They geek.
They so eager just to figure things out and they let me know they gonna be there. Sure.
You're doing
So
something good, man. You're doing something
yeah,
good. So
it's
what door
another
could
big
any man open for you that God cannot? Man, come on. That's real talk right there, IS.
yeah.
IS
It's
came the first year, man. What I think is something went out on his way home, man. He drove all the way out there and tore up trying to get back home. Got stuck out there. Had to get his pops to come and get him.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Nah, but real talk, man. You're doing some really good stuff. Like when that first show we came to, it was not like any other car show that we was able to come out and actually support.
Right.
You brought a whole lot of things to the table that just wasn't happening. Second show, man, you got somebody on the stage. You still got the burnout pit. You got more activity happening around the cars and family related activities. You just got to keep that going, man, because that's what the community needs out there. They don't have nothing like that out there. You are
Yeah,
it.
no, it's not a lot of events that you'll get a lot of uh like it's an event where you're gonna have a lot of different backgrounds and ethnicities come together that normally wouldn't come together at certain shows.
That's what
You know,
cars
you got
do.
certain like my show doesn't have a face to it. It's not the black show. It's not the white show. It's not the
It's the Muskegon
Mexican
show.
show.
It's just a show.
Yeah, so
That's what it's
it's
supposed to
it's
be.
it's so different than any other car show that you go to because you're gonna stand next to a guy that's went to the military and then the next thing you know you standing next to a guy that's been to prison or something like that and they both fellowshipping about cars
Yeah, that's what
and you
cars
never
do, man. Cars
like
blow my mind. Cars is how I have this live. Cars is how I met everybody that's ever come on here. It's been Cars has been bringing so many different types of people together, and some of the most unique relationships I have has been built through Cars.
yeah
What you're doing at your level, you're creating that atmosphere. You're creating an atmosphere for all different types of walks of people to be. And listen, like you said, everybody's there. There's no majority, nothing. It's everybody there.
yeah
I love it. I absolutely love it.
yeah we definitely I'm looking forward to it this year because I know it's gonna be way bigger. I got a bigger it's just been grown. I got a bigger following too now.
Yeah, you
Just
clowning
for
over there,
that.
boy.
So it's everything. The one thing I haven't done this year, I haven't dropped I dropped 2 YouTube videos this year. That's it. I haven't been on YouTube at all.
Why not?
And I've got plenty of videos. I got videos from every event I've been to. Rick Ross Car Show, I didn't get as much content as I wanted to, but I
What up,
got
Joe?
content. I could put a video together.
Listen, man, you driving now too. Why aren't you talking about your adventures on the road?
And that's what I need to be. I film stuff, but I really Well, the thing is with that too, you only get so much time to work in a day. And you only got so much driving time in a day. So it's like I be trying to get back home immediately. So it's
But
like
you
picking
ain't.
up the camera, recording, and all that stuff. It takes time away from me
I'm
doing
gonna tell you what
some
you
of the
need to
stuff.
do. Get you either like the Meta glasses or get you a GoPro that you strap on
I
you, so
had
you don't
some.
have to hold it.
I had the Meta glasses, and I put them on the back of my Corvette and took off, and I dropped them over the speed limit.
Oh,
And I didn't put insurance on them neither.
God, bro.
Yep. Yeah, I had them. I had them. They were doing good too. Like some of my early content, I was filming with the Meta glasses. I'd be out recording stuff. Like especially like I do this run a lot. Like going to Springfield, Missouri. This is like one of my regular customers. I got two different customers out here that buy cars from Michigan. So
Get your
like every
mount in
time
your
I come
car,
through
put
St.
your phone in
Louis,
there, bro, and talk to that talk to that phone, man. You can get your
I know
content while you on the phone. You know how many people will be interested in what you're doing? I was talking to me and three, right? Only two. Listen, it's between you and him. Two people that actually did incredible things trading. You and me and three. Cody, the cat that come on here. He started out doing trucking videos. His
yeah,
trucking videos blew up like you would not believe. When I talked to him about when he switched over to cars, and I was talking, he said, "Man, being a YouTuber is hard. I can barely get this
yeah,
thing going." He got monetized in a month with
yeah.
trucking. So when you talk about what you're doing, there's people that might be interested in it. So when you going through and talking about what you're doing, that's a quick blow up, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can still bring car show into it, but don't let car show be the only thing that you're doing, because you actually have something right now what you're doing that will bring you
Yeah.
quick monetization and probably a huge following when it comes to pulling cars.
I did tell I was talking to one of my guys, Michigan Street Soldiers, his name Jock, but he got a channel and his lady, she just went out there with Sugar Man just I think last week or the week before last. Sugar
Yeah,
Man had brought her out there to Illinois, and they had like did some content together. And I was just saying off that was kind of motivating just to see her go out there, get her content with them, do a collab and everything. I was supposed to take her car over there, but I didn't make it back from Missouri on time. So the last time I came out here, I had a flat tire on my trailer, and it kind of pushed me back. And I was supposed to bring her out there with him because he just started his truck and stuff too, but
Sugar
he
Man.
hasn't started yet. Yeah, so he
Yeah, I
told me
saw
that
something about
he
that.
yeah he told me he had some questions and stuff or whatever. So that would have been a good time that I could have network with him and give him the game on the truck and stuff or
For
whatever. When I
real,
done everything I done learned, but yeah, eventually we gonna head back down there or whatever and kick it with them. I know he out in Dallas right now though.
man. Sugar Man was filming from jail. That dude went to jail for I don't know what. Was in jail filming for like couple of weeks or so. I can't remember how long. They made it back and it was still working on the car. The car was still coming. Oh, that boy, that's a wild dude, man. Sugar is a wild dude, man.
Yeah, he got his lane, he got his fan base. So
He
you
does,
know,
man. He got a solid lane too. People love what he
yeah,
brings to the table. And you met him in person, haven't you?
yeah,
He
yeah.
good
I done met
people,
around.
man. He really is good people. He's straightforward. He ain't
See,
for all that foolish.
a lot of people get him misconstrued and think that he arrogant, cocky, and
Man, he
he
just
talks about people.
straightforward, bro.
One thing about him, he never talks about people. He just gonna brag on himself. That's
Yeah,
all he
he talk
do.
about what he got. He talk about what he got. Sugar is
Yeah,
straightforward.
he's not gonna
And
talk about.
he a hood dude too. So
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
don't get in.
yeah. The stuff he do is authentic. A lot of people take him talking about him the wrong way, and they think that he talking down on them when he really not talking down on them. He just talking good about himself, and
He
so a
just
lot of
talking
people
good
don't
about
like that.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But you got to be able to see through that to really understand him, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he a good dude though. He reached out to her and told her that he just wanted to network with her or whatever and bring her out and shoot some content, and that was good for her because she got monetized after she came back home.
That's what's
So
up.
as soon as the videos and stuff,
He'll put it
she was
on.
hitting me. She like I'm at 800 subscribers now. I'm like, well, give it a couple more hours and you'll be right there. Next thing you know, she pop up. She's like, I'm finally monetized. I'm like, bet. And then
He a
like
good guy,
that
man. He got a good
was
eye
just
too.
motivating.
I met him the
Yeah.
first time I met him was at a stunner show. I'm trying to remember which one. God, it was huge. Met him, we were vibing, we was talking about some stuff. And man, I mean, because of the conversation that we had, he was telling me about what he was doing next. Like he was giving me the secrets. I'm like, man. He said, man, don't tell nobody. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna tell nobody your business. And he telling me what he doing next, color wise, boom, 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 and this stuff that then came out already, of course, because this was 5 years ago. Um,
Yeah.
and every time I see him, he's just good people, man. He real good people. Last time I saw him was at the prison show.
Oh yeah. 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 I don't
Where
know
you
how
at,
much
show?
longer. So what you think about the Corvette lane right now? You feel like right now a good time to get out of these cars that
Oh
we got?
man, he trying
Oh, I
to.
see.
Hold on, he coming in. Hey, show, you heard him? Show.
So
He said, hey, he said, do you, bro? You muted
No,
also, by the way. Oh, he said that. Do you think it's what do you think about the Corvette lane right now, man? Do you think it's a good time to get out of them and move to something different, or stick around?
that's an interesting
out of the
question.
ones that out of the ones that we have currently, because what I see right now is the pricing of the Z06s, they're going down, and
They're
I
they're
feel like
they're going down more so the base. Go ahead.
right
Go
now,
ahead.
if I wanted to make a move to my next car, which I'm not gonna get right now, I would just get out of my Z06 right now until uh, the either the ZR1X or I get in a position to go grab a Lambo. But I feel like right now the best time to get out of it, because I feel like if I wait on the time that the ZR1X actually drop or
Yeah,
the Lambo actually drop, I feel like I'm
he
gonna
fell
miss
off
out
again. Good
on a
lord.
lot of money. Yeah, I see.
Hold on.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm gonna miss out on a lot of. I feel like I'll miss out on a lot of money. Like it could be like a $20,000 to $30,000 difference if I just wait another year, the way that the market has been doing.
So, in my opinion, I absolutely. So, if you know that you're not trying to hold on to it, and you can be without it, I think this is the right time to make that move. To be honest with you, especially considering how the market is playing on those cars. They're
See,
not.
I can be
They're
without it.
not
I can be
last. They're
without
not
it because
looking good. Go ahead,
they
Z.
mass produced everything. Like if they
Yeah,
wouldn't have
that's
put
the
so many
problem.
of them out there,
Yeah, they put so many out there, man.
but everything like they got
He must be hitting that rough area. Where you at,
they
show?
The house.
Okay.
But I'm in a funny spot because they keep jumping between the internets. I don't know why it's doing that. Like it keep jumping on the regular to the extended version from the Wi-Fi extender.
Go ahead, show. Go ahead, give him a response, man.
So what I was gonna say was, with it just depends on what you're trying to do, Zay. Because with what you got, um, you can get out of it and get back in it probably cheaper.
He
But
ain't trying to go back zero six.
you're gonna take a slight hit getting out.
He ain't trying to go back
Right. So
zero
it's like
six.
if you're trying to go above it, okay. Then if you're trying to go above that, then yeah.
And I think what Zay was saying is he'd rather pull the money out the Z06 right now, get out of it, and be without until he can put that money back into the business, make money, and then get
Right.
the ZR1X. His goal is ZR1X or getting that Lambo. So he's got a couple of things that he's looking at.
Your Lambo be easy to get in ZR1X.
Way easier. Not only that, but you know how much you want that
yeah.
Lambo too, Zay. I mean, you could probably pull that one a whole lot easier.
Like honestly, I would pull out
Man, I
the
found a strawberry
Z06.
honey bun. This dude found a strawberry honey bun.
I would pull out the Z06, and if you still want to get something in the car community just to play with, I literally grab.
I
I
don't think
got
he's
my
trying to
Monte
get nothing
Carlo.
else.
I got my
Yeah,
Monte Carlo that I
he
don't
got the
drive.
old school. Yeah,
Okay.
he ain't trying to. And just judging by who Zay is, he got the car to play with that he's messing with. It ain't gonna hurt him not to have the 06. It's just,
Yeah, I
right
understand
now
that
his
of it.
focus on getting what he wants. I don't think Zay had that kind of attachment. It ain't that serious. Not only that, but if that truck is making money, let me have that truck. That's what I see him doing. Right? The truck is a hustle. It still look good. He still got the money that he's playing with. So he's got something to mess with. I don't think he's just trying to get into another sports car. He gonna get what he want after this.
Yeah. See, like my whole goal is if I get rid of my Z06, I'm gonna take the money from the because like over the past couple of years, I flip cars. I get into a car, flip it. You take a hit on the depreciation, just a little bit or whatever. I took a big hit when it came to my Stingray though, because I paid $30K over sticker for
Yeah.
it, and I had to recover from that. And then I got out of that, got the Z06. The Z06, I got it for a good price, but I'm still gonna be in a position to where uh, I'm ahead. I'm not behind or nothing like that. I got good equity in the car, but I won't have the equity that I expected that I would have at this point right now because of how quick they falling. I
Right.
didn't think that they was gonna drop a Zora already. You know what I'm saying? I thought they was gonna wait maybe till the end of the year maybe to
I'm gonna be
announce
honest. I
that
think that
just
was
to
a
see
big
how the
surprise
car
across the
was.
board, man. That thing came out quick. That introduction of that Zora.
So
I I think
I'm just
I
gonna
think
say
it's
this
a
to you.
I,
No,
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say this to you. I believe they finna drop something else. Everybody said the Grand Sport's coming. It probably is, which is gonna be another car in the equation that's gonna pull from because realistically everybody can't afford the Z06. And that's the problem.
Yeah,
And then
if everybody can't afford the Z06, just imagine what that does the ZR1 and ZR1X all the way at the top. That they
but
become
the
very unobtainable. This
but you
is
gotta
why
look at it
I
like
believe
this.
the Grand Sport is coming out. I
Well, you gotta look at
believe
it
it.
like this too. The ZR1 and the ZR1X isn't for Corvette owners or for Corvette loyalists. Like that's the part people gotta get out of their head. Like it's not meant for Corvette loyalists.
No, it's
And
not.
then and then the other aspect too, which I made a video about this, is I believe they changed the interior. I believe they're gonna get a front of facelift.
Yeah,
So expect some type of lights, something to come funky with the lights within the next 2 years. Because the North American president said on Jay Leno video, if y'all watch Jay Leno video, that he got more legs of the C8 platform coming, and they got some more changes.
I just
So
think,
I,
right.
man, that's such a saturated market. And by the way,
But you
um,
gotta
I
so you
think show. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed them 10 rounds of golf that you played today.
Hey,
it was great.
I think it show exactly right with the facelift thing on the Corvettes because I see them taking a chapter just out of the Camaros. The Camaro did the same thing with the sixth gen. They changed the front on the sixth gen too. The only thing they didn't do it was the ZL1s, but they did it with the SSs and then
Yep.
the V6s. They changed the fronts on them or whatever. So I feel like you own something for real with that. 'Cause they had to do something with the interior first because the interior you just couldn't keep the whole car the same over all these years. That's why I was
Yeah,
Well,
getting bored with
well, the
I,
yeah.
other
I
thing
had
about
I
it
was
too
with that a
was,
long time ago.
but the other thing too about it was that the you saw it with the E-Ray.
Hmm.
They didn't have
yeah,
enough. They didn't have enough technology in the software to actually hold everything that E-Ray did. So when you add the ZR1 and all this extra stuff, and you take it to the next hybrid level, you had to change the software. So they had no choice but to. Why would you change the software and keep the same presentation?
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So
No, that makes
they
sense.
just they add that extra screen, right? So like I said, it's just like a cell phone. Like I was telling everybody, I was like, I could see, I saw the face, I saw the interior change coming, just because it was getting dated too quick because of how technology was moving.
Technology moves fast, man. It used to be 6 months. It's faster. It moves very
Yep.
fast. So just looking at that
but
level of
this
technology and what they're
like
able to
the,
put in,
the, the 65 back when they did it with that. They switched out with the Blackwing quick. You know,
Oh yeah, you're
I
right.
feel
With the
like
Black Wing. Yeah,
GM had to do something.
yeah, with that Cadillac.
They
Yep.
had to do something. 'Cause the Corvette, I don't think the Corvette's ever gonna go nowhere. They're gonna keep dropping them, so they had to do something with it.
Right.
You can't just have like a Blackwing and different things as the top dog, like the one most appealing or whatever. Like the Blackwing was starting to be more appealing to me than the Corvettes was.
I can
Yeah,
believe
because
it.
they brought a whole ton of different styling, and it still had a power band that was appreciative, right? So
Yeah,
Corvette stepping up, and I think I believe the divisions probably help influence each other, right? Starting with the interior, and then moving to some facelift like what Show's talking about. I'd be very interested, and I think you might be right too, especially jumping on that conversation, bouncing off that conversation about the Blackwing, what you and I talked about with that facelift show, that
Hmm.
added lighting. You might be right, man. That might be, and not
you
only
know
that, but in my opinion, I think that'll be par to what his competitors are looking like right now. And the true competitors of the vet right now, Lamborghini and Ferrari.
yeah. You see the change that they doing with the C8s with the interior. That's the Blackwing interior. That screen that come out the Cadillacs. That's the same little extra screen they put on the left. That and the button layout and stuff. That's what the Cadillac. That's what the Blackwing got.
Yeah,
That's what the CT5s got. That's the
yeah.
same thing.
You might be right, Show. I think them lights are next on that
Yeah,
facelift.
yeah. They might make them skinnier.
Bro, you still there, Show? You look frozen.
They
You look so
definitely.
why so serious?
They got AOL over there. They got AOL. That's what they got.
He on that dial up.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed. He's straight frozen, man. He gonna come back in. He gone. He gone. No, I think he's.
yeah.
I thought he was on to something too, man. When he talked about that facelift, but I
That
didn't
that
have
was
perspective. I think that Camaro conversation you just had gave it more perspective when it came to facelift. Um, and now adding the conversation about the Cadillac, that's even more perspective. If anything, that brings it completely 360 around to make way more sense.
yeah.
Hey, show.
Hmm.
He said you on that AOL over there?
Dude, I don't know what the hell I'm on.
They got that dial up.
Oh, Lefty. By the way, show in your town, man. Look, he froze again. Lord have mercy.
You said show was out where?
He's
He
in
out in
Dallas area.
Dallas area. Yeah, I'll be at the end of this month. I'll be out in Houston. I'm gonna stop in Dallas on my way, but I got some guys in town. They got a motorcycle club. They got a big motorcycle thing in Houston at the end of the month. So I'm supposed to be going out there to pick up some vehicles for them.
Okay,
I mean, some motorcycles for them. They riding their motorcycles out there, then they want me to pull them back.
gotcha.
So
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
bring like 10 motorcycles back.
Go on, get that hustle, brother.
Hmm.
Get that hustle on. Show, are you going to the show? I'm not gonna be able to make today's show, man. I got a prior engagement. Are you going to the show?
That's what I was trying to see. I'm like I told him, I said I got to see if I can move some stuff around because I literally forgot about it.
Really? You know what? And I
Because we haven't really mentioned. We
we
haven't mentioned.
promoted early last year, and the year before that we promoted early. And this year, I think we got a
I
little
haven't
bit distracted.
I haven't been promoting with my face. I just been posting the flyers and stuff. I haven't got on and made videos like I was supposed to. I was supposed to go on the podcast, Michigan Street Shoulders podcast this week too, and I might do it on Thursday. And hopefully they can put it together and put it out for Friday, and then Saturday the show is or whatever. But yeah, I've been dragging my feet with it. I ain't gonna say I've been dragging my feet. I just been kind of
You've been
enjoying
busy,
life.
man.
And
No, he ain't. And here's the thing, show he hasn't been. The boy been in a really good place. He ain't been that busy. Look at his face. Look how he looking. Look at him. Look at him. He look like
no, I have been busy though. I have been busy, like with
Come on,
working.
man.
like
You,
starting a business and everything, you want to keep the ball like going, like you want to keep it rolling at all times and be comfortable with it. So I've been
You know what?
busy, but at the same time, I've been enjoying. Like when I'm not working, I'm just enjoying life. That's all it is.
And I get it.
man, I mess with you, bro.
Like I went to 2 car shows this weekend and didn't record not damn car.
I know the feeling.
I didn't
I know the
record no car.
feeling.
I literally walked around and talked to people the whole time.
I
I
know the
walked around,
feeling.
talked to people, enjoyed their cars and stuff like that, and didn't record not one car.
That's the space I started getting into last year. When I found myself, I didn't walk the whole lot and be like, oh crap. Let me go film these cars real quick.
Yeah,
I get, you know, when you get in a zone or get in that space mentally
yeah,
where the hustle changes a little bit, where you, if it's not actual hustle, you hustle in your head where you think about the next move, boom, 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 boom. Sometimes looking at them cars is therapeutic. It gets you outside of that space, and you're not even thinking about picking up a camera because that's not the priority at that time.
right.
You think it becomes an afterthought. Now I start realizing, man, it ain't always about the car shows for me. It's about the relationships and the driving and actually enjoying different things differently than what I was doing before.
Yeah,
And I find through we talked about that, right? What these cars does and how they bring people together. Um, when I start running to people I know and remember or I've seen before, man, it's different. The vibe is different. I don't want to put a camera in their face. I want to talk to them. I want to
right.
see how they're doing. What's been happening? How this has been happening? What's the last thing we talked about? Let's catch up on that. I don't want to do that. And it's not, in my opinion, it's not always with my phrase, everything ain't for everybody. All those
Right.
conversations ain't for everyone. Some of those
Right.
conversations are just for me and that individual at that time, at that moment, because I don't know why I'm here talking to this dude. Am I on assignment or am I the assignment? I have to be always disciplined to that. That's way more
Yeah.
important to me than throwing a camera in somebody's face just to get content. I'm not gonna do it. TD in the building
What up, TD?
for real. So, I mean, one of my favorite things about this is that I get to get the people that I like the most around me and talk about stuff. To me, that's fire. That's the lick. It was next level when we did it in person. That right there was through the roof. There's no words, right? And honestly, I'm thinking about what we're doing right now. All I can think about is the next time we're gonna be together doing this live, and that's gonna be at Zay's shop, man. That's gonna be at Itch Raps. We're gonna be doing that Itch Raps.
When you
But
doing that?
we'll wait, no, probably around the end of this month, closer to the end of this month, because
Yeah.
it's the
Last time
energy, bro.
I seen him, he was like, he was congratulating me, letting me know, every time he seen me elevate, and that was when I had the white uh Corvette. He
Corvette,
Yep.
hadn't
yeah.
even seen me when I had the Stingray, the C8
Oh, I told
Stingray.
him.
He ain't even
Trust me,
seen
I
the
told him.
Z06.
I told him. Listen, bro. I talk about to the people that are close to me about those who are doing well. It's like he loved coming on here and seeing the people that's on here because we have people taking light bulb. We got some heavy hitters that be on here talking. They got some people on here got some stuff, right? And they may not always wear it on their sleeve, but we got some heavy hitters. So when I was talking to him about you and how you move and some of the things that's happening in your world, and he like, man, that dude that elevates. He said that young brother elevates. I'm like, for real. And he got a real good head on his shoulder. And let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know if you know this. You are the biggest motivation that I needed to get started with this trading. It was that conversation when you called me, hey, bro, I need your advice. After that conversation, everything took off, bro. My head was in an entirely different place
Yeah, the
ever since that
trading,
conversation.
I was like, when I first got into it, it just was a whole different ball game, and I couldn't believe how quick you can make some money. Like I couldn't believe it. But like with my situation at the time, I couldn't do it full time because I had still had a job and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah.
and I couldn't just make it a full-time job for me. I still had to have other stuff going on. So once I figured out my lane and like how to make some money and sustain everything I got, do everything I got, I kind of fell back on the trading. But here and there, I'll jump into it, and get me a couple quick dollars or whatever and get up out of there. I just started trading different now. Like I trade when I know what's going on. I was waking up some days I'd be trading and I don't even know what the heck going on. I'm just doing something. Just be
That's
doing
kind of
something.
like where I'm at right now. Is sometimes it's because all I'm looking at is the pattern. The pattern tells me everything. The patterns tells me everything I need to know for the most part. I can follow them patterns,
Yup.
and that could be an easy $5,500 day.
Yeah. For real. Like it's and yeah, trading. It's a whole different. It's an art. Really,
It
it's an
is.
art. Once you
It's not a
understand
science.
it,
It's definitely an art. Yes, it is.
and you can see things, it's like, and then you get to thinking, you be like, I wonder if everybody think like this,
I know.
and a lot of people do.
Yeah. Go ahead. Now you talking. Because I swear I was thinking the same thing. I got
You
IT guys that I'm talking to about this, man, and the first thing they want to know is if they can build an app to make trades for them. I'm like, that's it don't work
right?
that way because it's the trades
No,
are real people buying and selling these contracts. It's not
exactly.
something you can predict. It's not you can't predict it like that. You got to watch patterns and watch how the market move, and even those are not 100%, right? So I'm like, nah, you probably won't be able to. I say, if anything, you can write a script that going to sit there, and I did that literally using AI to tell me, um, what's going on in financial USA in the government that can affect the market and how it can move up and down, and to give me its predictions and interpretation on what's happening. So I get literally every morning I wake up to boop, AI then gave me a document, something I need to read for the day, so I can prepare myself for trading. It still doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily completely prepare me for trading because I'm watching patterns. I'm not watching just the
yeah.
market. I can get what I need to get in 90 minutes, and I'm out. I can close the app, and feel good about it.
No, see, like with me, when I say I get in it when I know what's going on, like literally, it could be something that's gonna happen in the economy, or even with trading. So like with trading, you got options. When the options are up every quarter or whatever,
Yep.
I know what the market gonna do. The market is gonna be in a bull because all these people gonna get all this money. They're gonna get all their money back from their
Yeah.
money just sitting in the options and stuff. So they got more money to put into the markets.
Yeah.
So I know I can trade in the uptrend, and I know I'm gonna make my money on around that time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I be looking for, and I know what's gonna happen. So that just be one of the little tricks that I used to use and get in and get my money and get up out of there.
Yeah.
And then it's like Cyber Monday. That's
Oh
a big
yeah.
day,
People spending money.
bro. Cyber Monday, shoot, put me ahead in life. Like for real, like Cyber Monday changed my life. Like when I first like really got to trading and stuff, that first Cyber Monday, it changed
Yeah.
my whole life
Yeah. Because
forever.
that's a stimulated market, man. People are throwing money into the economy. That's a stimulated
Yeah.
market.
And the economy is all these businesses and stuff are doing so good just on that day alone. So
Yep.
it's so many businesses that's doing good, it's going everything gonna be in the uptrend.
That's a very
And it's
good
like,
point. I promise you, I'm not gonna do it's not gonna be a 90-minute day that day.
yeah,
We're gonna stay in the
I
market at least 4 or 5 hours that day. I promise you.
man, I was staying in and letting that thing ride and letting it ride and compounding contracts on top of each other and just keep going throughout the day and just man, I ain't gonna lie, it changed my life.
That's how I
I wouldn't
started
have
trading. That was my last session of paper trading. I allowed a lot of compound, a lot of long-term trades as opposed to just 90 minutes, just so that I can get a feel for what day trading, that true day trader feel like, not just scraping, scalping or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Yeah, it's the trading game. It's an art. It's something that you got to be patient with too, because you can mess yourself up. I done lost 50,000 in 3 minutes one time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
Like
told me about that.
shit.
So one thing I
So
learned also through this is discipline. I gotta stay disciplined. I can't get greedy. Part of that greed happens when you start diving in. You made a little money, you pull out. You're like, man, let me get back in. Every time I did that, when I on my second session of paper trade, I lost money every time. So I had
yeah,
to stay disciplined. I get in and get my trade, even if I had my stop loss lower than where the market actually goes. I stay out of it. I don't get
yeah,
greedy. I made my money and I'm out. Right.
yeah. That's
Um,
how you gotta do.
I have to. My goal is that percent. My goal is to keep that
But
percentage over 66% success
so
rate.
like this what I would say. On the days where like the market is not guaranteed big swings and stuff like
Oh
that,
yeah,
and you
it's
can't
unstable.
run,
Yeah, I don't do nothing.
just
I don't trade.
if you can make the money that the average person would go to work and make, uh, like a good paying job. If you can make $400-500 in a day, that's great. Get up out of there. Cool.
That's all. That's all you need. Honestly,
Man,
my
like
goal. So when I first started paper trading, and I don't know if I told you this, we never talked about it. So I was in this app paper trading for 2 weeks at a time. Basically 10 trading days. My goal was $500 a day. The first day I made like 200 something dollars. The second day I made 5,500. The third day I
yeah,
made like 18, and the fourth day I made like 13. And last day I lost. I lost probably about $300. And then
yeah,
next week I wrote wash, rinse, repeat. The last day of my trading day, I made $2,300 before I even got off the toilet.
yeah.
So my goal out of the 2 week period was 5 grand. I made 11,000. Right.
Oh,
So the plan now, if I keep that same mentality, and I'm not doing anything different, and like I know that could you can even it could either be 3 contracts or it could be 6 contracts. It's the same process,
yeah, for
right?
real.
So my plan is that $500 a day, and then after that we go on to 1,000. It's just increasing the contracts, doing the same thing, and again, I say $500 a day. I know I'm gonna average probably around 700 to about $1,100 a day. That's what I believe.
Uh,
That's what I
yeah,
believe.
it's easy. It's easy. It's easy to get that money. Like the guy that taught me day trading and the S&P 500 E-mini and everything. Like,
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
man, he calls me to this day and be like, bro, what are you doing, man? I'm like, man,
You're missing
you
out
know,
on that money.
some of us have to have regular lives. Like, all right, I didn't quit my job until I had everything I needed.
Yeah,
Like where I didn't have to, because it's harder when you just an entrepreneur to just be able to go finance a vehicle or be able to go
yeah,
get a house and finance a house or whatever. So it's like you want to have a job behind you or whatever, that
facts.
you can throw paper and you can afford the stuff that you got or whatever. So once I got everything I needed, then I just started being an entrepreneur, you know, full
That makes
time.
sense.
So it's just like once I had everything, I'm good. Now I got my money parked in the stuff that I actually want. I'm good. And that's why I say too, like right now for me, because I'm new with my trucking business or whatever, I can get rid of my DL6 right now, grind for the next year or two, and then drop a Lambo. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
what's wrong with that?
And I can put it in my business name instead of putting it in my personal
That's
name.
the
And that's what I'm
smart
trying
way
to
to
do
do
right
it,
now.
man. That's the smart way to do
Get
it.
my
Throw a decal or
I
something
want to
on
get
that,
my
do a little
house.
branding. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to get my house out of my personal name, put in my
Yeah,
business name. I
yeah.
want
My
to do,
plan is to convert this house into trust. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. I want to do a lot of different things, just differently. Like just me talking to people that's already doing that stuff is like, yeah, it's time to buckle down and do this, do this, do this, so we can be straight forever. And
Yeah,
then,
so one of the things I thought about doing, right? So is once I get past the 500 a day was 1,000 a day. Who knows where that's gonna actually land? Um, was I was thinking about just paying off my house and then going through, and that's all I need. All I need is about a year, And then I'm talking to one of my guys again. You never know, bro. It's those circles, bro. When you get in the right circles, man, it really does make a difference. So I'm talking to my guy. He's like, I'm actually talking to Cliff. I ain't know Cliff was a finance guy. So I'm sitting there talking to Cliff. I'm like, yeah, man. So this is what I'm planning on doing. Boom, boom, boom. He's like, listen. He said, don't pay off your house. He said, see, that's what our parents wanted to do. They always wanted to have their house paid off. I'm like, yeah, man, that makes sense to me, right?
Nope.
He said, don't pay off your house. Would you say so?
Nope. Don't pay it off.
What you mean don't pay it off? Why not? Tell me why not, Show.
So, since you want to get to the nitty-gritty, the reason why I say don't pay off your house is because, let's look at it like this. A lot of your stuff is tax deductible. So you can get the money off your taxes by keeping your house financed, and a lot of people taxes are built into it. So it's different reasons why you, depending on how you want to utilize things. I wouldn't pay off the house. That's just like that. I wouldn't pay off the house.
So his reason behind not paying off the house was he said it's still an appreciating asset, right? It's not going down. Right now our interest rate is like 2.1, so we got a real low interest rate. He said it don't make sense to
Got a
pay off
wonderful
that.
interest rate. I wish I had that.
He said it don't make sense to pay off a house that have that interest rate. And he's like, what you do is, he said, the money that you will use to pay that house off, he said, put that in a oh God, what do you call it?
Annuity or
he said
CD account.
a universal life insurance policy.
Never do CDs, bro. Never do CDs. Go do T funds if you're gonna do it. Use your money to make your money. Don't make money off of you, because they gonna put it in a T fund and give you the rest and keep the rest. But anyway, I've been learning, man. The it starts with a D. Basically, it pays you, right? So you take this money, you put it in that account, it pays you. You use the money that it pays you to pay the house. So now you have an account that's appreciating and being used to fund and pay for the house. That's an appreciating asset. Like, this house is not going to depreciate, right? It's only going to go up. He said that's the best way to do it. Now it's automatic and you don't have to think about it. The money is there to take care of the house, and it's accruing its interest at the same time. You're making money off your money and your house is accruing interest. So now you have an opportunity to build off of that. Taxes, you know, you can get so much out of the house on taxes. You're really not going to get that much, in my opinion, right? Especially when you think about the interest rating, 2.1. I'm not going to benefit that much off of that. But the fact that it is an appreciating asset, as long as you have it, it still can be worth something, as opposed to paying it all the way off and just have it sitting there now is wide open. You can have the money. The money that you have on the side is locked to that house. When they're separated, they're still compounding on top of each other. You have more. So he gave me a gem, man, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it changed the way I looked at that process, and I started looking at a few other things a little bit differently as well, just because of that. Because everything don't have to be just straight up paid off, depending on what it is. If it's an appreciating asset, that's another thing. You know, most cars are not. Most cars either drive for free, or they're gonna slam to the earth. But when it comes to value, they're not gonna always be worth what they want.
And that's why I feel like I should get rid of this dang car right now, because like when you look at
depreciating asset,
like Show was saying, I think one of you just said it. The ZR1s are not the cars that everybody can afford. So those ones hold their value, and they actually going for more money. Like the C7 ZR1 right now, you get a C7 ZR1, you're not getting it under sticker on what they sold for.
They're still six-figure cars, man. They're still strong six-figure cars. That's the C6. The C6 ZR1 is still a six-figure car.
That's why I was gonna say, like, if you're looking for something to drive almost for free, I would say I would recommend like a Porsche GTS or like maybe Mercedes AMG GTR. Like, if you want to get something to play with, just to still have and pretty much probably drive it for free or just for the gas, that will probably be your way to go, because they just in a space right now where they're not really depreciating. And you get what I'm saying?
Hey, hold up real quick. IS, just to let you know, IS, on your statement, man, everything can't be given without having, you still got to be hungry. If a person
Yeah.
not hungry, you constantly feed a person, they're gonna have to constantly be fed. So you gotta be hungry enough also to go out there and get that hustle on. Like, and I give you an example that uh Zay, how much we talked about trading. I'm telling you, I'm in a car. Remember where I was sitting in the parking lot talking to you about this. How much information did you really give? Right? How much did you? How many how tos did you give me?
I mean, well, one thing about me when it comes to trading, I talk to people about trading. You know, I could tell you about some of the stuff that I did, but I always tell people go out there and learn this stuff on
Learn
your
for
own.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go out, do your research, and figure out if it's for you or not. Because I can tell
It
you,
ain't
that's
for
just like with
everybody.
trucking.
Jesus, it
It's,
ain't.
It
it's
really
people
ain't.
that it's people that tell me, yeah, I'm trying to get into trucking and all this stuff. Well, go work for a company first and see if you actually like being on the road and driving
Right.
trucks and stuff like
Yeah,
that first
yeah. Come
before you
on.
go buy you a truck and spend all that money and now you locked in with all these payments on a truck or a trailer and all that type of stuff, whatever. Go work for a company and tear up their stuff first before you go tear up your own stuff
It's
Mm-hmm.
trading
and,
in the
and,
stock
and
market
figure out if
out
you
here.
like it first. Do your research on it before you just jump into something. So
You have to, man, because you don't know. For me, it was again. I started doing my research and learning, and I started trading in my head first, looking at the market, seeing what it do, and then when I'm hitting, when I'm doing, when it's working, and now I'm thinking, it's to the point you say, well, I feel like I'm lying to myself. I say, I might be lying to myself. Let me write these numbers down so I can make sure that it's actually hit what it's supposed to hit. I still got the post-it notes of the ones that I did in my backpack, and every last one of them went in the direction that I expected to go. So I'm like,
right.
ooh, now I got nervous a little bit. I said, man, let me go on and get on one of these simulators and actually play with this thing. Right.
Yep.
So when you think about doing something that you think is for you or not for you, again, it's not for everybody. You got to also be open minded to understand what this means. You can't be a robot. You can't think
Right.
like that. It is not scientific by any means. It is truly an art to understand how this stuff move, right? And I think like that already because of the work that I do. The work that I do is not scientific. It's an art fashion. When you're dealing about protecting data and how that look, it's an art. So I think like that already, right? There's so many different ways you can get to the end, right? So I think like that
Right.
already. It allowed me to use what I had already to figure out how to make this thing work for me. And I understand. And the part that got scary is that I started understanding it. And in the beginning, I told you this, Zay. I didn't think I was smart enough to do this.
No, I told you it won't take you long to get a hang of it. It like the average person, if you do your research and your studying and stuff like
$50.
that, you'll understand what trading is within the first 3 weeks to 2 months at the most.
And that's how
You
long
know what
it
I'm
took me.
saying? You
And
know,
you
from
realize
three
they
weeks
got
to
people
two.
out here that still haven't figured it out. They say 18 months. They got people out
No,
there that believe it take 18 months to understand this. That's
see
silly to
when
me.
I
I'm
learned,
retired
that's
in
all I
18
did.
months.
That's all I did every day, all day. That's all the only knowledge that I was returning at the time. So I was putting it on me more than what the average person probably would. So I learned it within 3 weeks. I understood the concept of trading. I understood the different types of trading. I understood how markets move. I understood all
Yes.
that stuff within
Yes.
the first weeks of me doing my research on it because I was on it and I wanted to learn it. So, but the average person may not get on it and study as hard, you know what I'm saying, as what I did. So that's why I give them 2 months at the most if you serious, but like it don't take long to learn it,
I don't think
you know.
so. I agree with you. So I was talking to my guy. I was talking to, again, me and three. So after you and I talked, I think I'm gonna be honest. We talked on like either was a Wednesday, I think it was a Thursday. You and I talked on like a Thursday. That following Tuesday, I get on the live, and why me and three saying the same, basically saying the same thing you said, except he learned from a course during after the pandemic. The dude was legit, and
Yeah,
when he made that statement about the house, I'm like, the same statement you made about the house, he made the same statement, exactly the same way you said it. I'm like, okay, this. So many people been bringing me this. My money guy at the church, he brought this to me during the pandemic. We sat in this theater. He broke out his tablet. He's trying to show, but he was trying to show me options. Options a little
yeah,
bit different. So he's trying to show
Yeah,
me options,
Yeah.
and he's telling me, man, I'm like, this is over my head. I'm like, I don't know. The money different on option side. Not only that, but you gotta have so you gotta own the stock already when you playing with options. I ain't gotta own the stock. So when I talked to him, I was like, man, I ain't smart enough for this. He's like, man, I taught my sons. I'm like, man, I'm thinking in the back of my head, I ain't smart enough for this, right? He said, but I taught my sons. After I talked to you, you said, man, you can keep this as simple as possible, bro. I know when the market starts here, I know I'm going this way. I know when the market starts there. Remember you telling me that? I'm gonna go this way. I'm like,
yeah,
bro, that conversation, I remember that conversation like verbatim. Almost everything we talked about, I remember that conversation because I felt like it was important to understand that.
yeah,
After you told me what you did with it, you told me how you started the year, you told me how you ended the year. You told me about that big hit you took in 3 minutes. You told me about when you had to shift and move into the working environment, right? I
yeah,
remember all that stuff. When I talked to Kobe told me about what he did and how he learned, and then I'm like, all right, something is trying to tell me I need to look at this. I'm like,
yeah,
all right, God, I'm gonna check it out. So when I started looking into it, and I took your advice, keep it simple. You ain't got to make it complicated. Just keep it simple. You ain't got to make it complicated. I start my day knowing when the market starts here, and I'm thinking that's the SMA. I'm looking at the SMA. When the market start above the FMA, SMA. I'm staying. It's gonna go above the SMA. If it starts below it, I'm looking at the 200 day. If it
yeah,
starts below it, it's gonna stay below it. If it start at it, it's gonna go above it. So that pattern is real. I've watched
yeah,
that pattern over and over again. Right? That's just one of the
yeah,
patterns I found. I discovered based on our conversation because I didn't learn this on my own. I remember what you
right,
said. So when I was looking at videos and learning from these guys online, I was still putting the things that you were saying into the mix, right? And it was making more and more sense. So I heard them say it in their way, and then I heard what you said to me. I'm like, oh, that's what they said. So the whole
yeah,
time I'm going through this process, trying to learn it. And I was told my wife, I said, look, I said, babe, check this out. I told her, I'm getting good at this. I started messing with this and I'm getting real good at it.
yeah,
At the end of the year, if I hit a number that I expect to hit on my daily average, I'm moving. I'm shifting gears. We going in a different direction. I just wanted to give you a heads up. She said, all right. She said, just let me know. I was telling her, I said, I learned when I told her I'm learning this. I talked to her about some of the little details, not because she's learning it. Only I had to get it off my chest. I need to talk to somebody about it, right?
right,
And she's like, well, why don't you talk to Brent? Talk to Brent. Brent is the guy from the church who first introduced me to the options the thing that he's doing. And I was like, she's like, you feel like you need to get to a certain point before you talk to him? I was like, nah, honestly, I feel like I just need to do what I'm doing. Cause here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to hear somebody that has all this incredible expertise and knowledge that's been doing it for so many years start throwing this jargon and throwing all these different things at me. And then I'm gonna start feeling like I'm falling behind because I don't know what he knows. I know of enough for me to be
no, see,
successful.
like the thing, I never, I never jumped into options, uh, because the day trading with the S&P 500 E-mini was just so simple.
It
Like
is.
it was
It's
simple,
crazy
and
simple.
then like when I learned how to hit big licks and stuff in it, then it was like, why I need to do all that extra stuff? Like
Yeah.
that's too much work for me
Yeah.
with all the
Yeah.
other stuff. I
Options.
mean,
Oh my
it's probably
God.
simple. It's probably simpler if you learn it the right way, because it's always an easy way to learn something.
Yeah.
It's just you got to learn it from the right person. But I just at the time, it's like it was too much, and this
Honestly,
right here is gonna do what it do. That
yeah.
was enough for me to. I'm just like, this is my lane right here. I'm gonna stay in this lane. I don't even need to
That's
jump
exactly
in
where
the
I
other lane.
landed. So I told myself, I went through, I gave while I was trading, I was comfortable doing paper trades, running my daily routine. I said, I'm gonna teach myself options. As I'm going through this options lesson for myself,
Options a whole other game.
I'm teaching myself options, and I'm like, um, when I see what you gotta have to be successful with options, there you go. Hey, here's my other guy. We got a bunch of traders on here now. There you go. What up, my brother? He driving trucks now. Talk about he gonna get back and trade it later on. He driving trucks. So he driving trucks. He also taught himself how to rap. He started rapping cars too. So what I'm also he's our resident mechanic now after he done did all that big work in that 300. So
Resident mechanic.
so options, man. Now Brent got this formula that he created with options that allow him to be successful. Options force you to bring so much to the table because you got to own a stock, right? So when you bring so much to the table and you got to follow, it was so noisy, I had to stop. It was so noisy, I had to stop. There's no reason for me to be in that space. Options was just too much. There's a couple of little methods, the circle method. There's another method that they got out there. But they all require you to own the stock first. And you got to own so many of them. Did you say certified? You got to own so much of them to make a contract. You can't just come with one stock.
Yeah.
You got to have like 50. In some cases, you got to have 100 shares to make one contract. Whereas I could just go buy contracts straight up on the S&P or the NASDAQ. Like, why don't I just do that? Why am I messing with options? Options is noisy.
Man,
And honestly,
I'll
they
tell
don't
you,
yield the
like,
same way. You don't make the same kind of money.
People be like, man, I heard you doing stocks and all this. I'm like, man, I don't mess with no stocks, man. Like, I bet on the overall market, bro.
The market,
Like the
bro.
overall
Yeah, it's the market.
is better. I don't have to have no ties in that stock. Get in and get out when I want to.
Yeah, I tell them.
You know,
I
like,
tell them I'm focused on futures, brother. I don't do stock market stuff. Stock market is depending on winning. I make money when the market is up. I make money when the market's going down.
Yep, you depend on solely one company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that one company take a hit, like Boeing is like a huge company in the market.
Yeah.
If something happened with Boeing where them planes go down and stuff like that, Boeing takes major hits.
That it could go from $150 a share to $3 a share instantly.
Man, like I seen that type of stuff. I'm like, man, I don't even like with Tesla and stuff like that. Like you got Trump in office. Trump ain't giving them people no money to keep running these electric cars and stuff like that. That stuff.
Yeah, that's why he and Elon is in. They bumping heads right now.
Yeah, like
Trump want to hit them bald eagles, baby.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not. I don't want to rely on one company or whatever to make my money or break my money. You know what I'm saying? When I was working for Cisco, we was doing decent. We had decent stock with Cisco and everything, but you know.
No, don't get me wrong. I still have I have stocks, right? So I have some stuff that I invest in because they're doing well. That's what it was. Dividends. He said, put your money into a dividend account.
Dividend account. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
So he said dividend account allows me to get that money off the back end. So lately, what I've been doing with my personal stocks, I've been kind of shifting my portfolio. I got some other stuff. I just got back into another coin and I want to see what it do. I got some stocks that I just like that I think are good to have. But my dividend stocks, good to have, like, I don't think they're gonna ever completely die like Apple and a couple of the big ones, Google, and those things don't be there. But some of them also are some really good dividend stocks. The goal with the dividend stocks is that eventually I would like to have them pay me. I want them to land me in a place where I'm getting about $5,000 from them a month. Right now, everything I get from my dividends is rolled back into the dividend account. So the money just keeps compounding right now until it grows the way it's supposed to grow, right? My plan with what I'm doing with this trading, man, especially when it comes to what I know I'm able to do, I can use that money to feed these stocks, man, and just let these things grow. My goal is get them dividends to get me to that certain point, especially with everything I'm doing right now, trying to lock down that 100% from the government. I could be at $12,000 a month once I get them dividends where they're supposed to be. And that's sitting on my butt. That's doing this. just breathing every day. That's 12K
See,
just
that's the
rolling.
best. That's the best part when you ain't actually got to do no real labor for it. See, like I get out here in the truck. I do good in this truck. I ain't gonna lie. I do great in this truck, but I wish I could do great sitting at home.
Not only that, man, I got and listen, again, you said it. You said it, Zay. You said it. You said the circles. When you get in the right circles,
Yeah,
things start to happen. I
man. Listen,
cannot wait to share with y'all once I get this thing off the ground and running. It's another money opportunity. It's all about relationships. I got a
I'm gonna
relationship
tell you.
that
I'm gonna
just
tell you
flourished.
this. This
It
why
was been
this why I
flourishing,
want,
but
this why I wanted to get into boating too, because I'm in trucking already, right? So with boating, right, and me being in trucking and hauling, period. So like when I'm sitting up there talking to the owner of the marina, he's like, so we talking about what I do and everything and all that stuff. Cause he's like, dang, you got C8, Z06, all this stuff, whatever. Like, yeah. So, I'm talking to him. I'm like, yeah, I do hauling. He's like, oh, he's like, you got semi and all that. I said, no, I got a 3500 Silverado. He's like, oh, you one of the perfect guys for me. I said, huh? He's like, yeah, all these boats need to be moved at some point in time throughout the year.
oh,
He's like, we can
contract,
use your services around here.
contract. Make
Nope.
it, get it in
So
contract.
I gave him my card. I got his information and everything. You know what I'm saying? And now moving forward, when the seasons start changing, some people actually, um, so like some people, it's people up there that have houses in Michigan, and they also have houses in Florida or wherever else they got
Yeah,
them back. I want they go out of state somewhere. So
snowbird.
they don't have a truck that can bring those type of boats out of state. Now I can haul your boat out of state. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah,
paying big money. Boat hauling pays a lot of money,
yes, it
like
does.
a whole lot of money. It
Yes,
pays
it
better than
does.
car hauling does. And
Yes, it does.
because everybody doesn't have the equipment to be able to move those boats.
Yeah,
So it's and then have the insurance to cover those boats as well.
yeah. I
So
learned
it's
this.
like
I learned about boat hauling from a guy out of Boston. I think he was out of Boston. Boat hauling was big for him. He said it's
that's
every bit of seasonal work. He said, but you can make your money for
yeah.
the year over the at each one of those seasonal points. It's 2 seasonal points. You can make your money for the year. I'm like, what?
And
Yeah.
then another thing I just linked up with. So I got a guy I went to school with, like younger. I'm talking about elementary, but we always stayed in contact with each other. And
Got a
so
few of
I go
them.
out to his house. I go out to his house not too long ago. He's got a farm. He got like 70 acres of land, and he
Ooh,
just started
goals.
getting his cows and pigs and all that type of stuff. He got goats out there eating up everything for him, cleaning out the land for him.
Tax
So he
free.
like, bro, he like, I don't have a trailer to haul these, haul my cattle around. He
Oh
like, I want to buy
wow.
more cows, I want to buy more pigs, all this stuff. He's like, I don't got no trailer. He's like, but I found one for this price. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I can buy the trailer, you know what I'm saying? And then shoot, I can haul the stuff for you. And matter of fact, I'll buy some cows right with you. And I'll buy
There
some
you
cows
go.
and we can keep them at your place. We can raise them and we can take them to the auctions and flip them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, now that's a whole nother lane just with me being in hauling lane and stuff like that or whatever. Like it's so much stuff I can do with this 3500 Silverado. Like
Bro, this is what
it's
I'm trying to
incredible
tell
how much
you.
money you can make just having a truck.
And that's the truck. Now I do relationship. I rap with somebody about being cattle hauling does well, he says. See, he down in the south, he know. Um my point being, man, is about the relationships and who you run across and um sit down. I can't get into the details just yet because I'm still wrapping up some of the small things. Um but it's about to pop, man. It's about to pop. I got, a brand that I'm about to actually be an ambassador for and be able to sell and move and make some moves with these things, man. And I'm excited about it. I'm wrapping, closing off the little bitty pieces. I just got a bunch of images in today. We're gonna get the website up and popping. Bro, when you know the right people, and a goal is residual income. So you got to figure out how that money moves without having to keep having to lift the finger every time. That's why I
Right.
looked at dividend stocks. That's why I'm looking at what I'm doing with this trading because although, yeah, I'm lifting the finger, a mouse click, that's about it. But I know what that mouse click does for me. That mouse click takes me to the next level, right? And if it keeps doing what it's supposed to do, like I said, by the end of the year, I have a lot more time at the crib. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna have to go into the
Right.
office. I'm just saying. Watch me.
Yeah.
Things gonna move pretty fast once we get to that point. Cause I figured after that, then I can grind like I need to. And start working on that garage. I can grind, and I can start actually playing with a few extra toys. But I'm gonna free myself. 55 is the retirement age.
Oh yeah.
Before 55, that's the goal. I
Yeah.
don't work for nobody. We're gonna figure it out.
It's crazy. I hope you don't be like my pops, because when my pops he retired, he ain't want to do nothing. He just sit at
Oh
home and
no, I'm gonna be in them cars.
chilling.
Boy, you out your
Yeah,
mind. I'm gonna be
man.
knocking on
You know
your
his
door. I'm
car.
gonna be pulling up.
You know
Hey,
his car
I'm gonna be
from the
pulling up at
first year
your
you came
crib
to the
with
car
my
show.
towel and my jam shorts and my flip flop ready to jump in that pool. Zay, we getting it?
Come on.
Let's
And,
go.
and I got a heated pool too, so we stay open a little bit
Oh yeah,
longer
let's
throughout
get
the
it.
year than
Let's
the
get it.
average person.
Hey, I'm gonna swing
You
by
know,
pickup show. Show gonna have his toes out. We gonna go jump in the pool.
I had the pool up to like, I think it was in May around my birthday, around May 21st. I had the pool open. It was probably like 60, 50 some degrees outside. We was in the pool. It was 100 degrees in the pool. I had it set to like hot tub temperature, but we was in there
I want to put a
swimming
pool
like
on a
it was
hill,
nothing.
man. I want to. Well, I got the garage going right next to that. I want a pool on a hill, and I want part of the side of the garage, the extra garage I build to have like an awning or like a cover area. That'd be like for grilling, and that you walk straight out over into the pool. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah,
We're gonna get it.
yeah.
I promise you, we're gonna get it. And I know just the vehicle that's gonna take me there.
I'm gonna tell you one thing though. So like the pool, it's not terrible maintenance, but wherever you do it at, make sure you don't put it above no trees.
Yes,
That's kind of hard for your boy.
because
Have
you
you
got to
seen
clean that
my
thing out
That's
property?
all
all
the
I'm saying.
time.
That's all I can just
Sheesh.
throw out there. Just
Well,
don't
you
put
know
it
what?
above
The
no
area where I
trees
want
because
the area I want to put it is kind of wide open, but it's not completely away from any possibility of trees.
what's gonna happen is all them like all right. So like usually people open their pools up around what Memorial Day or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And all them stuff
The end
fall
of
out the
May.
trees.
You still got all that stuff falling out the trees. You got pollen. You got all that stuff. So the more trees you got, the more of that stuff you got to battle with to keep your chemicals in line and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I had to learn that the hard way this year. Now
yeah.
my neighbors, I seen them open up their pool. They're like, "You ain't open up your pool yet?" I'm like, "Nah, it ain't quite time for us, whatever." And I opened my pool up later than they did, and then I still battle with that uh, right away. And then the weather wasn't all the way on point, so I waited like 2 weeks before I really got to getting on my pool again. But yeah, them trees, they a headache. And then especially at the end of the year, you're gonna have all them trees piled up in your pool area. I mean, leaves piled
I'm
up in
worried
your
about
pool area.
animals, man. I'm still worried about animals jumping in that thing.
Yep, you gotta get that fenced off. I be having frogs and everything in my pool. I
Man, I'm
go
gonna
out
have
there.
chipmunks, squirrels. Watch, I'm gonna have
Oh,
turkey.
I had a chipmunk. I had put my cover on my pool. I had been out on the road for like a week or two or something like that. And I came home and I pulled the cover back, and there's a chipmunk just floating.
Dunzo.
He got up underneath the pool cover and he ain't make it.
That's how it happened to him, man. Serves them right. Them chipmunks get on my nerves around here sometimes.
And I have been seeing
Hundreds
them
of them.
running around the house so much, but
Man, I got
yep,
so many of them things around here. Soon you walk outside, they alarming, letting you know that I'm outside.
yeah, yeah,
Between
they
them, I got turkeys, rabbits, deer, fox. I haven't seen a coyote since our last incident.
uh,
So I got a lot of animals around here. So covering and making sure it's a good cover. And I probably go with something a little bit more firm, one of them rollaway joints.
yeah,
When we do get to that point, but I'm talking big right now. I got that work I got to do on the front end. My wife and her family, they grew up with a pool. So she
oh
grew up with a
yeah,
pool. All her sisters and all of them were lifeguards. So they swam competitively and lifeguard made their money off of lifeguard. And so pools are big in their family. My dad, he
yep,
had a pool, but I wasn't living with him when he had it. So I don't know the pool life like that.
Yeah, I had an
I
uncle with a
really don't.
pool,
What's
so
going on, Mr. Gosen? I do not know the pool. I'm a hood dude. I know hood pools. That's all the pools I knew growing
YMCA at
up.
the park.
Hood pool, park pools, where you know, the only way you almost like get jumped in. If you're gonna learn how to swim, they throw you in the water. We're gonna teach you.
right. Yeah, but yeah, that swimming pool, it's a lot of mate. Then, you know, I got a hot tub too outside. I got a hot tub and a swimming pool, so it's like keeping both of them chemically balanced and everything. Sometimes it can be a headache because
Are they
I'm still
connected?
learning.
Are they connected?
No, my hot tub sits like right next to my deck, and then the pool is just in the backyard. I don't
Gotcha.
have any grass in my backyard at all. It's all concrete back there.
Oh yeah. You showed me that.
Yeah,
Sheesh. I got a lot of grass. I got a lot of trees.
yeah,
That's my biggest concern when it comes to this. Some of the trees that that'll be closest to the pool, if once we ever get to that point, they'll be gone because it'll be where the garage will go. It'll probably get rid of most of those. So I'm not concerned about that. I can anticipate having some, you know, when leaves fall, man, it get crazy over here. But I'm on a forest preserve almost. I can
yeah.
only expect to have some leaves in the pool. So, but honestly, um, I you know started to hustle and it's for real, for real, for real right now. And I'm just excited about this grind right now. So once I get this grind popping, you know, I always wanted to ask you that. What platform did you trade on?
CQG,
Said it again.
CQG.
CQG.
Yeah,
I'm on Ninja Trader right now. So
yeah. I think I told you about CQG because they do the what's the name, the demo stuff, and I think you were telling me you wanted to do a demo, or I was telling you to do a demo, but I was trying to get you to do it on CQG. You could, it's easy. Like you do it from your phone, computer, whatever. It's real easy to trade on there.
yeah, I did it off of I was doing it on Ninja Trader. I stumbled upon Ninja Trader, started grinding with it. I'm still gonna look at CQG as I'm trading on Ninja. I'm gonna check this out and see what it looks like because
It's real
CQG
easy.
this is a Chicago based company too. Just looking at that landscape,
Yeah,
Chicago based company, of course, you know, because of futures, all that
yeah,
micro, mini, Nasdaq, what you call it, all that derived out of Chicago. So
yeah.
it's familiar. So yeah, man, oh, your dad had a pool too? Yeah, man. My dad's in Florida with his pool. But I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna check this out. I'm actually gonna set up an account tonight and start exploring this thing. I'm gonna do some paper trading on here while I got it and play with it
Yeah.
while I'm doing some real trading on the other side, and then just to flex a little bit, and then we're gonna probably pop with this one too. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see which one how they work compared to each other, and then I'll make a decision on which one I'm gonna go with.
The next one, do they allow you to download it on your phone and do it on your phone? And stuff?
Yeah. So Ninja Trader gives me opportunity. I have it on both phones. I have it on an Apple and an Android. One thing I
Okay.
don't like about Ninja Trader, they have an app for a mobile, not a mobile app, but an application for Windows PCs. They don't have it for Apple PCs. Now I can see that they have
Oh
it for mobile apps. I don't see any apps for computers, which is fine. That just tells me that they, you know, is equal across the board when it comes to how you gonna do this. Because me personally, I would love to be when I get to my rhythm, and I expect this to be sometime in October, maybe November time frame. I want to get me a tablet. I'm gonna trade primarily off that tablet. That'll be my tool. I travel with it, or no matter where I'm at, as long as I got the internet, I can do my job.
yeah. Right. Yeah.
When Brent came over here, that's what he came over here showing me on this tablet, bro. When I tell you it was Greek, it was Greek. Everything he was telling me about these doggone options, I'm like, oh, I don't understand a word that is coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, options is not what you need to learn off of. You've got to master the other stuff first, then you
Yeah,
mess
it's a
with them.
technique.
Options is something you. yeah, option something you learn down the line. I just never got to that point because I'm like, this working right here. I had never made that type of money in a day. You make $80,000 in one day. Like,
Yeah,
come on
yeah.
now. Like,
My guy, man, I got one of my guys
like
at the
what
church. He was trading off of E-Trade.
else?
I use Webull as well. I have Webull on my Mac. I have a portfolio in Webull that I built. It's not big, but I got some money growing over there in Webull.
Yeah,
I don't use E-Trade. I have never used E-Trade. What's going on, DJ Round the Mechanic in the building? I want to look at this. I just want to see if I can use the tools as well as I'm using them on the other side. If I can see what I want to see, manipulate the way I want to manipulate, draw out some parameters and make sure I can stay on top of what I want to do with this. I just want I want something that works well. On my mobile devices, NinjaTrade is a little sketchy. It's not good enough in my opinion.
yeah,
I'm not confident with setting a trade and getting in and out of trade on my device with NinjaTrader. So I need to find something that can give me at least that feel. Because I can tell you, I at one time I found myself
right.
running through this house trying to get to my computer. I was like, "Oh, we can't mess
No,
this up. I can't do it, bro."
that's why I slowed down because at the time I didn't have a computer to trade on. I started trading off the phone. I was trading with an
Weeble.
Android when I first started trading, so that was what killed me on my hopes of just keep going. And then I just was like, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna just start doing it when I know what's going on because
Yeah,
just to be doing it and you hoping that this thing worked
yeah,
properly and stuff
man.
like
That's the
that, like
headache.
you lose. Like I was losing money not because I didn't know what was going on. I was losing money because the dang internet wasn't working properly.
Yeah, I lost. That's where I find myself in trouble. I lost money on my phone because of that. A few times because of that, where I wasn't confident on what I was doing and lost money. Couldn't get out of a trade. That sucker just started plummeting, and I didn't set automatic stops. And that's another thing that I want to actually get into a habit of is being a little bit more deliberate when it comes to setting automatic stops and starts,
Yeah,
honestly, because then I can actually control every piece of what's happening at that moment remotely
right.
without having to be there because I can see where it's going. It also brings in that level of discipline and not being greedy. Because if it goes past the point of stop and I made my money, I made my money. I made my money. I'm
Right.
good. I ain't got to worry about going back in and being greedy. And I've gotten to a point now I don't do it. I do not take chances with being greedy. As long as I get what I'm supposed to get
Yeah.
out of it, even if it's a little bit less. Again, it's an average. So if I make 200
Yeah.
bucks, I'm happy with that 200 bucks. It's gains. The goal is gains. The goal is not losses. As long as I'm making my
Yeah.
gains, I'm happy.
Yeah. 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 It's definitely
I
something you
never
gotta
played
you
with
and
Webull heavy. I'm gonna have to check Webull out. I got it on this computer right here that I'm on. I'm gonna have to check out Webull. I've only purchased stock in Webull. I never really traded. I never dealt with futures or trading anything on Webull.
yeah, I'm debating I'm I don't know how soon I'm gonna get rid of my Z06, but I know I'm getting rid of it because I need that money up out of that Z06 before it start going the wrong way.
Makes
And
sense.
and I'm gonna put it to work. I'm gonna put that money to work because I mean, I've enjoyed. I got what I wanted out of that car. I got to feel the power. I've had the Corvette platform for the last 3 years, 4 years now, whatever, however long it's been, and it's like I'm ready for something. That's why I say I want a Lamborghini so bad. I'm excited about the ZR1Xs, but I don't have to have one. Like I'd rather spend that same money on a Huracan than the ZR1X because I just want something different.
Not only
Like
that, but Hurricane is is an entirely different lane too.
yeah, a V10 compared to that V8, like the sound is just different. Like like those things, the Z06 sounds amazing,
Yeah.
but it's like I've been around guys. Shoot, when I went to Dallas last time, I was in Dallas. and the dude, we leave out the club or whatever. And the dude had a Lambo or whatever. He started his Lambo. I started my car up first. He started his Lambo up. His Lambo sounded good. My car sounded real good, but it's like that Lambo got that different. I don't know. It's just a different sound to it. That just
Extra 2 cylinders.
yeah, it's crazy. And I either want. He didn't even have like no Evo. He had like one of the first generations of the Huracan too. So it wasn't even the one. It wasn't like
Yeah.
an Evo or the Technica, nothing like that, where they had the exhaust coming out the middle. Because they had the exhaust coming out the sides like the Stingrays or whatever. The
Yeah.
CX Stingray, that's some of the earlier Huracans. But
I
I'm
know how
not
you
too
like
much
that
like that.
Technica though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I wanted the Technica, but I feel like I'm not too big to have an Evo, like the convertible Evo. Like
Real
I feel
talk.
like I'm not too. I feel like I'm just the right size to be able to get away with one and
You
still
are.
be able to
Yeah, because I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
yeah.
cannot.
I heard they small and they
Sheesh.
they sit up kind of straight or whatever, but
God,
I
as
feel
soon
like
as you
with
take
you,
that top off, things change.
yeah. And
Ooh.
that's why I want the Evo because it got that convertible, and you can hear the like when I take my top off on my Z06 and you going up the road and you hearing the crackles and pops and gurgles. It's different from when you got that top on.
Yeah.
So I feel like I still need that. That's the satisfying thing that you get out of having that convertible and being able to take that top off. And the Technica, you don't get that out of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wish they would have made the Technica where you could take the top off of them. I like the Technica a lot. I like the look of it and everything, but I feel like the Evo might be perfect for me, and the price on them
Man,
might not be.
you was talking cash money about that Technica. I'm just saying.
On it, I was gonna get it if I didn't get my house. I was gonna get a Technica. I was gonna get it. It just I had to get that comfortability though.
I think that's the fairest trade-off ever. If you'd have told me, I passed on my house to get this Technica, I'd have been like, you out of your mind. Get your
Yeah,
house. Boy, get your house.
yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, my house I was comfortable in it when it was just me by myself, me and my one daughter that I had. But then now I got my lady, and now we got another baby. So it's like it's 4 of us now. Now we needed to upgrade, so we had to upgrade. So
I
it is
am
what it is.
not mad at you. You made
And
a
and,
great
and my
decision.
neighborhood, it's such a nice neighborhood. You get a peace of mind. I
Don't you
got
love
people.
that?
Yeah, my neighbors, they not bad. They not racist or nothing like that. They speak to you and you know what I'm saying? They know I'm about my business. They see my logos and stuff on my truck and stuff.
And
They
not,
know I
not
ain't
all
like
mine
no
speak to
drug
me
dealer
though.
or nothing like that. Yeah, so it's like the neighbors they do see my cars out there, so they like the cars though.
That's
They
good.
always be by.
That's that love though, bro. When you can fall in that space,
Yeah,
when you can fall in that's what you want. You want to be able to fall in that space where things become different. It doesn't look the
yeah,
same, especially when I'm sure you've seen life a little bit like I did, a lot of hood stuff and things happening. But we didn't, I ain't grew up with no silver spoon, ain't no middle class here. And sometimes I
yeah,
ain't know we was gonna eat the next day sometime. But the reality is when you see that and you can grow past that and realize, man, there's something other than that. This little hood
man.
dude get this. I saw what that looked like over there. So getting this,
Yeah,
man, it's just a whole different level of appreciation. An
yeah, because
entirely different level of
it's
appreciation.
it's like for me. It's a different vibe. Like at my other house, you can still get crackheads walk past your house. You still got crackheads blowing at you and stuff when you come outside. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that no more. Like it ain't no crackheads walking past my house no more.
I
You
ain't
know what
got
I'm
nobody
saying?
walking past my house, but the people walking on the street. The people that
Yeah,
some people that come in here just to walk around this little loop. I ain't got but 22 houses over here.
yeah. Like we don't even got sidewalks at the new
We
house.
don't
You know what I'm
either.
saying?
I ain't
Like
got no
you
sidewalk.
don't, yeah, my last house we had sidewalks and stuff. You got people walking across your grass and stuff like
Man,
that. Cause I stayed at the corner house, so it was like it was irritating. A lot of stuff was irritating for me, but now it's like it's just so peaceful. I ain't got to worry about none of that stuff no
it's
more.
different, man. It's a different kind of feeling. And I tell you, sometimes you wonder, how you get to this point. I'm gonna tell you, looking from the outside, looking in back when I didn't have, it always felt like, man, how do you get over there? How do you get to that side? You know what I mean? How you figure that out? Kind of like what IS was talking about, man, people sharing information, this, that, and the other. But sometimes, man, it's a grind. You got to figure it out. Sometimes you just got to figure it out. Not only that, sometimes you got to be bold enough to make the decision to do something different than what you used to do. It'd have been easy to go find another house in a regular old community, or you can go find you something that lives a little bit different. I knew I wanted trees. I knew I wanted land. I knew I didn't want to see my neighbors. I didn't want to see my house from the road. So that's what I got. That's what I went after. I wanted to chase after something that kept me feeling a little bit different because I seen other people with it.
And it puts you in a point. It puts you in a point where it makes you keep going harder and harder and harder. So
It does. Like, what's next?
Everything that you get.
Yeah. What's next too?
Yeah. That's where I'm at. I've over the years, and I think this is why I like slowed up on YouTube. Like I got a Z06. I can do all type of content with my Z06. I can race people. I can do all type of stuff. I've done none of that. That's how I know that it's time for me to get rid of that car because I don't even care about it no more. I look at it. Yeah, it's a nice car. I see it. Everybody get happy when they see it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not even. It don't do nothing for me no more because I've had 3 Corvettes. Like,
you know who that sound like to me? That sound like Show. Show is so over his Corvette.
Like I've had it.
Over that car, it's ridiculous.
I think the one thing that I was missing in life that would satisfy me on a materialistic type thing was the house. Once I got my house, like we got a hot tub, we got a swimming pool, we got a movie theater, we got a bar, we got another office area in the basement where my girl just do all her activities and shirts and custom stuff or whatever. So it's like we got everything we need within the house. That was all I needed.
Hey man, I told you this. We talk about this, but didn't we talk about this? We talked about the house, didn't we? We talked about how that house changed things, man. Because you had a house, and it's not like you didn't have it. But when you move into that space, man, that takes you to that allows you to just be and feel like you can just be, man, that's next level. Every house that we ever lived in, we built our first house we purchased as a family. We built our first house in Slidell. So having something that nobody ever else lived in was fire, right? I ain't know nobody that built the house before we built that house. So most of the people I grew up with, that's not even realistic. Building like how many sticks you need to buy to build a house. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wish we could. That's the other thing. No basements in building, because I built that first house was built in Slidell, Colby. First house was built in Slidell, Louisiana. So when we get past that and you start living and start looking at other ways of living and what does that look like? Speaking of basements, like there was certain priorities when we started looking for what we had. Things that I could, now it's like I could dream a little bit. I want the land. I want a basement. I want a theater. I want this. So it's things like I gotta have 3-car garage minimum. Things like that fell into place, and being able to make that reality come to fruition. Man, it hit different.
Yep.
It hit different. Zay, going from the house where you was, like you say, it's still in the hood kind of. Now you got big garage. You still got the garage over there to put stuff in. You did, but you got a pool. You got a theater now. You got space around you that your neighbors don't. You don't feel like your neighbors closing in on you.
My daughter used to ask me like, "Dad, can we go out to the beach?" I ain't heard that all year.
No, yeah. Why do you need that? Like, look, bro, we done built the dog. My wife built this playground in the valley for Jade. Jade ain't gotta go nowhere. Let me show you what this thing look like. Now she loves stopping off at the playground on the way home from school. And they over here because my daughter's condo still getting worked on. But she don't need to now. Now she just come home. She can come here. Let me show you what my wife that built, man. She didn't put this thing together. My wife be hustling, bro. Y'all gotta understand this woman make money. I do good. She do way better than I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do good. But my wife is also she's the chief of staff at American Lung. So she's
Oh
always
yeah,
been in these C-suite positions for a long time. She's been sitting in C-suite for a very long time. But Jade, man, this little girl, man, really ain't gonna want for nothing. Man, look, we finished the patio. But she sent me this picture of the patio. I thought it was AI. Look at this. This thing
oh
closed
yeah.
next to the patio. I thought it was AI. Hold on. And I listen, I ain't bragging on me or none that I got right now. All I could do is brag on God because none of this stuff, I could not have none of this without God. So I ain't bragging on
Yeah.
me, people. I'm bragging on God, what God done in my life and what He continued to do in my life. And why I am in my position. This is why I hold my position with Him, because I can't have none of this without Him. Look at this, man. This the playground
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely put together.
in the valley, bro. Like, and again, I'm bragging on God because of the things that He's done in my life. And if you look at this, when you can see this, that smiling
Mhm.
face, she got her own play. She got her whole playground. She got her own
Yeah.
little space. She can be in her space and feel happy, feel comfortable. And that smile right there means everything.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Like, sure, giving them kids a better life than what we did coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's feeling. Like I didn't have it terrible coming up. You know what I'm saying? I
I ain't
grew
gonna
up
say
in
it
the
was
hood and stuff
terrible.
like that, but
Yeah.
it wasn't terrible. But at the same time, though, like I wasn't living like this.
No.
Living like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
My mom
it's
did
not
what she can for us to make sure we had. But I still grew up in the lower ninth ward of New Orleans, man. It wasn't the best environment. We did what we made do what we had. And I, like you said, I definitely had this. I promise you that. I definitely did not
just
have this.
I just hope, like, cause I know my daughter, she see my grind, she see the hustle, and I talked to her about, uh what she could be doing in the future and stuff like that and everything. So it's like I just hope that she take after me and get out there and get to it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't relying on somebody and making excuses every day, and get off her butt and actually really go out there and get it. Cause just as well as I can get out here and get it, you can do the same
You can do the
thing. So
same thing. Yeah.
you
It's
know,
about
it,
teaching. Well, I mean, you know what? If we're not at least setting up the next generation, and part of that is breaking those curses, right? Breaking generational curses, right? Because we can do the same thing over and over again, and create, living the same life that we did, that our parents did before us, in the same type of communities, doing the same type of work, making the same type of money, not truly elevating beyond that, or we can elevate beyond that and break what that was before, right?
yeah,
And then teach that to the people that's coming behind us. That's what it's all about when they talk about leaving an inheritance for your kids. It doesn't always mean a bag of money. Inheritance don't mean
right.
a bag of money. Inheritance
That
can be,
knowledge is
it
everything.
could be the knowledge that lead to growing and maintaining wealth. That is also an inheritance.
Right.
That is also an inheritance. Don't get it twisted. People get that Bible twisted sometimes. That's what it's
Yeah.
about, man. Now, for me,
Yep.
with this one here, but everything else that I plan on doing, this is gonna be a second seven-figure piece of property. And the goal with that is anything happen to us, I told my daughter, sell it. Don't try to live in it. Sell it,
Yeah.
take the money and run. Do not
Right.
try to live in it. And I'll set then the goal is to set the trust up so that that happens in that fashion. I don't want her to feel like she has to try to live in it, because it'll burn everything that she got up.
Right.
For real.
Yeah.
But if we don't teach, like you said, man, you having these real conversations with your daughter now, and that's where you start. You start early, so she can start dreaming and think about what does that look like from a larger scale. Um, you know, I'm there's no words that comes behind how important that is. Like I have no words. That is so important that you teach that and instill that in them, so that that confidence carry over way beyond anything else. Your young one, your baby, and Cody, both of y'all got them little youngsters. Both of them, they're not gonna understand struggle. They all they're gonna know is how beautiful the world is in the space that they're in, because of what y'all have already created for them. Jade.
See
Go ahead.
my oldest daughter. So she's seen the grind. She's seen me from driving 1992 Cadillac sedan DeVille. Know what I'm saying? And taking her to school in that, all the way up to picking her up in Z06s and on Ford
She started
Giottos.
progression.
Yeah,
She
so
started
it's like
progression.
she know that with me being gone and not being available for certain stuff or whatever, I had to make a lot of sacrifices to get where we at. But she see it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See where we came from and why I was gone and what it came into, you know what I'm saying, compared to where we started and stuff like that. So it's like I know she know that I'm making the right moves in life. Cause it just keep getting better. Everything keep getting better. You know what I'm
Cody,
saying?
that was
So
me also, bro. Out of my family, I was the first one to buy a house, first one to build a house, first one to live on this kind of land within under my umbrella of my family, my immediate family with my mom and dad. First one.
yeah.
Like it's when you think about the reality of what that looked like, and a lot of people take it for granted because if you've never seen life from this side of the fence, it don't make sense. You know, if you
Right.
only seen it from the other side, like my daughter, man, she knows strong middle class living and a little bit beyond that. She knows it well because she never had to see the struggle. My grandbaby
Right.
involved in this space where we are, my granddaughter thinks she got two houses. She
Yeah.
thinks she got two houses, and you can't tell her different.
Right.
But but that creates a different type of personality, man. She's not gonna believe there's anything she can't do or achieve because she see it around her. And as long as we keep motivating that
Right.
and seeding that, she will. She
And I
will.
tell my daughter that all the time. I be like, man, you see all the stuff that we got going on, it ain't nothing out here in life that you can't do or
Exactly.
accomplish or figure out or like anything you want to do, you can figure it out. It's easy.
It all works. Yeah.
If you want to make something happen, you can make it happen. You just got to come up with a game plan. That's why I said, shoot, I want a Lambo. I ain't playing about no Lambo. I want my Lambo. I got to make sacrifices. If I got to get rid of my Z06 and just sit back and drive my old school for a while, so be it. But I'm gonna get that Lambo. That Lambo's gonna come for real. But the Lambo is from a Z06 to a Lambo. That's a different type of bag. So it's like
It
you got to
really
really
is. It also depends on what you're trying to get your hands on. It is a different kind of bag.
and see. The thing is with me, like I've touched that bag. I've touched that Lambo bag already. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I put the Lambo bag towards the house. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like I know what it takes to get that Lambo bag and have this house together. You got to push a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying, to get it
Yeah.
all. You know,
I get it. Trust me, I get it.
because
I
I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with the Z06. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't like pulling up to places where people got Ferraris and Lamborghinis and stuff like that,
but
and
that's
they looking.
always gonna feel some kind of way. That's
I ain't
always
gonna
gonna feel some kind of way. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my Z06. I'm not saying that I'm satisfied from a perspective that's all I want. Because I know I'm getting things on top of that one also.
Yeah,
And I plan on getting something super on top of it, but I gotta have a place to put it. That's why the garage is so important. I
right.
would rather sacrifice a little bit more time and put a little bit more equity into this property to get what I want in the end. And once I do get it, y'all will see. It's gonna come.
Yeah,
It's gonna be super. Might not be a Lambo, but the doors will go up.
right.
The doors, it will be exotic and the doors will go up. I'm just saying. Yes, sir. I got a plan, brother. I got a plan. I got a plan. I got a plan. I got so many cars I like, man. That's my problem.
Yeah,
But I
that's a
gotta figure out pinnacle. You know what I mean? What's the top? Because I
right.
really do love my Z06. That thing is fast and I love driving it. I have a great time in it. Um, your problem is you don't have that much time to drive it. If you had more time to drive it, you'll probably dig it a little bit differently.
I do. It's just by us living in Michigan. like it ain't as fun. Like cause so originally before I got the house that I got, we were looking at houses out in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking about moving to Florida. If I would have had moved to Florida, I think I would have like enjoyed the car even more. I probably would have still wanted a Lambo, but I would have enjoyed it more. Like by staying in Michigan, like I can't enjoy it but a couple months out the year, and then it's over with. So it's like I don't really care
Yeah,
to have.
I get it. I play. See, my thing is, and especially here's one of the things that I find myself doing, especially when it came to shows around this car show. I've been driving. I've been hitting these back roads. They got some beautiful windy back roads out here that I've been enjoying. So I've been driving, man, and that part makes me really appreciate this car. Although I went out there, like I told you before, with them cats, man, all them supercars, and I'm in my Chevy. They couldn't get away from me. That Chevy was doing its work. You hear me?
Oh,
That thing was. I've never driven my car that hard before, and it impressed the crap out of me.
oh
Impressed
yeah.
me to no end, man. I use my dream car money on a rental property. I ain't mad at you on that one. I got one thing I told myself. I thought about doing rental property. I don't know if I'm gonna do it anymore. I'm probably gonna shift gears. I am gonna buy a couple of cars because I got a guy who's managing a Turo fleet that I'm gonna just drop in his lap and let him manage them for me, and then let the money slide this way. Um, so I got a couple, 2 or 3 cars. I'm gonna probably end up sliding over there, and it don't take big money for those to make that happen, man. I still would like to do like an exotic type rental type beat. If I can pull it off without worrying about somebody tearing them up and too much, and have these cars let somebody else pay for them. So I'm thinking about still doing that, but I gotta have a good location for pickup and all this other stuff. So it's a lot of different things that go into that, man. Still a lot of things that go into that, but that can allow me to get like my top three or four, and let somebody else pay for them. I drive them when they're available. Let somebody else pay for them, man. I can't drive all of them at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Where you done made it to, man?
Just got my customer, but so last year, right? I think I could show you real. I don't know if I could flip this camera around or not.
You
But
could.
last year,
There's a way to do
so
it.
at my car show, show had got a lot of trophies, right?
Yeah, he cleaned up. He cleaned up. He did good.
But they got one trophy that they didn't supposed to get. So
They
it
got one.
was
Don't tell me that, man.
yeah. It was so
They earned all
this
them trophies. Don't be trying to take that trophy back. What's wrong with you?
no, I'm gonna tell you why.
What
So this
happened?
guy, he won best classic truck. I believe it was best classic truck or it was best truck, something like that. I think it was best classic truck. And he had an OBS Silverado pickup with clean. He had fully restored it, everything. He won first place for that.
Okay.
And the missus went up there and grabbed that trophy.
Did you really?
Yeah,
See?
so I seen this guy yesterday. No, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I seen him. I was out I was picking up a car or whatever. I was picking up one of these cars I got on here right now, and I seen at a gas station they had like a little car show. So I'm like, dang, I gotta hurry up and get back home and go get in my Corvette. I gotta go come back up here, bring my car up here, and go talk to this guy because I want him back at my car show, and I'm gonna make him a trophy or whatever. And so this year we're actually not doing physical trophies like we did last year. We're actually doing plaques, and we're
Okay.
doing like glass. They like plexiglass or whatever, but they feel
Yeah, I
like
know what you're
real.
talking about.
Yeah, we're doing these glass plaques. So we just made this for this guy. Let's see if I. Oh yeah, so this he'll get this. This is his truck and everything.
Oh,
So we
that's
special.
fire.
Yeah, we special made this for him. Uh, just because he didn't get his trophy last year, and I know showed them they got his trophy.
They definitely did bean too. That's funny as crap, though,
I
dog.
had, I had the big
That's
person
funny,
on.
dog. Get out.
Like I'm big on because I appreciate the older cars and especially the restored cars and stuff like that. So I want dude to have it.
And can you blame them though? If you think about it, Zay, when they come to that car show and they're from that area and they see who's coming from outside of the state. We get people from Chicago, from Illinois coming in there, from Indiana. We have people
I got
coming
a guy.
from Indiana.
I got a guy come from Louisville.
So when you got people coming from that far to that show and you win a trophy at home, that means something.
Yeah.
That means something. They got people came all the way out of from nowhere and didn't walk away with something. And they did. That means a lot.
Actually, that guy that won that trophy, he's not even from Muskegon. He's from like one of the surrounding areas, but he came up for the show. Yep.
That's
He's
still
a
big,
car
man.
guy. He had that. I don't remember. I don't know if you remember that black Impala. It was the black Impala, and he had his truck right next to it or whatever.
It was on a second in the middle row, all the way closer to the street, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep, I
He
know
had it.
exactly
He
what
had it
Pollard you
all the
talking
way
about. He had that
right
truck right next to it.
towards the end.
Yep, all the way towards there. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yep.
That
So he
Impala was
painted.
nasty.
Yep. He painted that black Impala, fully restored that, and he also painted this truck and fully restored it. So I'm gonna make sure that he
They had
gets this.
a canopy or a tent over there behind the Impala.
Yep.
Yep,
I'm sending it to him right now too as we speak, so he can see what he finna get.
that's what's
Cause I
up.
got his number and everything. I made him send me a picture of his truck, and I told him, I said, "You got my word." I was like, "I don't like uh the fact that you didn't get your award when you deserved it, because I know what type of work he put in, and for me, I know what type of work goes into them older cars and stuff like that
You
too.
doing it
Cause
now?
I'm doing it with the Monte Carlo, and it's
Yep.
like, man, these guys be put in the they put in a well, I don't building a car back probably when he put it together, it would probably didn't cost as much. But today's economy, trying to build a car, man, you spending a bag trying to get a car together right now.
For real, especially
And
right
then
now.
it ain't even about spending the money; it's about the time and the work that you got to put into it. And that guy,
Yeah,
he built his himself.
yeah.
Like he didn't send his car
That
somewhere
part makes it
else.
real. That part makes it
Yeah.
real,
So that's to
man. You there? I can't hear you, bro. I think you muted. There you go.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. You heard me? I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me, Zay?
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you for some reason. I don't know why.
Bop out and come back in.
Go out and come in.
Let me
All
get.
right, let me see.
Let me see your new code. A new code. Give me just 1 second. Copy. Send this up to myself. Got you, bro. Can you hear me? Nah, I can't hear you. What is going on? You got muted? Is it Bluetoothed to the truck? Say something. I don't hear you. There you go. I hear you. Can you hear me?
I don't know why this thing ain't working.
Bro, I can hear you now.
You can hear me, I just can't hear you. But yeah, I got to get these cars off of here.
Yes, sir. Sheesh. I got 3 pulled at one time in the military. Man, look at that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It sounds different. I thought maybe you can hear me, man. Ah, little bro having troubles with it. God dog it. Yeah, I got 3 pulled out at one time when I was in the Navy, man. Not fun. Not fun at all. He did all of them. Ridiculous. Well, 3 of them. Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Gotta get these cars off.
Go ahead, man. Listen, bro.
What a guy.
I appreciate you bopping in and grinding through this conversation with us. Appreciate the wisdom. You brought some things to the table. And I told you, bro, you be motivating me, man. I ain't mad at you, brother. You keep my head straight, bro. You keep me want to be younger than what I am.
Yeah. We all need that motivation. Y'all
You do,
motivate
bro.
me. Shoot, I
Yeah.
I got my first Corvette seeing you in show.
Yep. And look where you at now. Killing the game.
Yep.
Look where you at
Yes, sir.
now. So listen,
Yeah, we
man, go ahead on and get your work in, bro. I ain't gonna try to hold you up like that. I know you got to grind to be easy with 2 hands, but I appreciate you, bro, for coming through.
yes, sir. Y'all help my little travel. Made it here quicker when you talk.
There you go. Isn't that
Passing that
cool though?
time by.
Yeah, that time go by so fast. You know what's funny is I know I ain't trying to get another conversation going, but what's funny is like when we started this whole conversation, you had all kind of daylight around you. Next thing I realized the cabinet got dark.
Yeah. I'm all the way out here in Missouri.
Yee. Yes, indeed.
This guy, so like it's a young guy. He buy a lot of cars. He buy a lot of cars as like they they not necessarily junk cars, but they cars that they got totaled out in accidents. And he get them through the insurance company. So
He
he
parked them?
he flips them. All he does, he fix them up and he flips them or whatever. But
Okay, that's a
this
hustle.
dude, he done went out to eat. He talking about take your time. He done went out to eat and everything. I'm like, dude, you know, get your butt here so I can go ahead and get back home.
Take your time, like you want to be that longer.
Yeah. I'm like, I got another car to go pick up tomorrow morning in Indiana.
That's crazy.
So yeah, he need to come on with it.
Yeah, you ain't never joking. You
Yeah.
ain't never joking. All right, man. Listen, go ahead and focus on your hustle. I'm gonna let you
Yes,
go do that,
sir.
man, so you can do your thing, bro. Again, bro, appreciate you, bro, for real.
Yes, sir.
Don't
Appreciate
forget, guys, we got the show. Look for some more flyers. I'm gonna post some more flyers and everything on my social media. But it's this weekend, man. Muskegon, Michigan. Make sure y'all go check it out. Third annual, right?
Third annual.
Third annual. It's gonna be a good show, man. You probably ain't gonna never see a show like this. Like
Nah.
for real. I've never seen a show like this. And the place sells. You gotta go check it out. Real talk. You gotta go check it out.
Yeah, one of a kind. There's some people that's been trying to copy me already. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They've been trying to copy me. I ain't
yeah,
gonna say no names, but I see
yeah.
y'all. But
Uh,
that's why they got different flavors of bread too. They
there you
got
go,
different
man.
brands.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now you can duplicate it. It ain't gonna have it. It won't always have the same effect,
Nah, they can't do it
right?
the same way I do it though.
No,
It's
they
like
can't.
I got stuff going for me that just it ain't they can never be the same.
Right. No, that's facts, and I think that's the reality of it all.
My whole venue is so unique. Like,
Yes, that's the other part. Like this is not common.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not common at all.
the venue so unique. Can't even duplicate that. Like I've had people in my hometown that I've heard of from the dealership say, "Yeah, we had such and such ask us could they come do what you do up here." We told them no.
Are you serious? Somebody try to blow up the spot?
Yeah, they tried to be able to go up there, do the burnouts and stuff, and try to get in with the dealership and try to make some money with them. And they told them no.
That's
But
love right there, though. That's love.
yep.
I don't
And you
like
know,
that. I
I
don't
got a
like that at
partner.
all.
I, they became my business partners, the dealership. You know, because now I haul their cars for them too. So we first was
That's
doing car shows
that's
together.
what's
Now
up.
we keep doing business with each other. So that's a good thing.
I don't like nobody trying to hustle on somebody else's hustle. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is what it is, but it ain't work out for them. So
That's how it happens to you.
I don't really trip.
Them snakes have to just keep on eating dirt. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah,
But you got love, so that's all that matters, man. Them folks showing you mad love over there. That's
yeah,
all that matters.
yeah.
All that matters.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out a show that's down there in the Chicago area. I'm gonna be down there. We're gonna have to link.
Let's get
Uh, like I say, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep my Z06, but that Monte Carlo definitely gonna get driven this year.
it. Oh, I can't wait to see that thing, dog.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that thing right there.
yep, I'm definitely pulling that out. Cause I mean, just the reliability of a new car is way better. But it's like when you get your old car just running and it's firing on all cylinders and it's doing what it needs to do, that's a
Yeah.
better feeling.
Oh yeah. I bet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially that thing.
Yeah. So that's all. That's my main goal is just to get my car running how I need it to run, and I ain't gonna have too many worries.
There you go. I ain't mad at you. It's gonna be there. I'm ready to see it if nobody else is.
Yeah.
First show.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna get with you.
All right, bro. Go ahead and do your thing, man.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna holler at you, man. Be safe out there. Enjoy them roads, man.
Yep.
All right, little bro. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yes, man. See how that works, bro? Man, that's the truth right there. That's the truth right there. Oh Lord, I gotta do this. Listen, man. When I tell y'all, man, and I think somewhere along this conversation, I started with the whole it's about the relationships. This is what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking to my bros and having these conversations about things that I didn't even know that I was supposed to be taking in. Learn about this trading, teach myself this stuff. I got motivated from. He really didn't give me, he gave me these nuggets of concept, perspective, and a way to think, and it led to other bigger and better things, man. And we about to grind with it, bro. See what it do for real, for real. We got to get it. I'm just saying, we got to get it. And on that note, I am hungry. I had a great time rapping with you cats. Omar, that's my guy, man. Omar's good people. Yes, he's real good people. He's a good guy, man. I like Omar. Omar is so grounded, so humble. He has social media. It's killing again with social media. It's his lifestyle. Super humble guy, dope guy, man. Humble, good guy. But man, listen, man. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you guys more than you could ever imagine, man. Show fell off. Ray fell off. Sometimes you fall off without saying bye. It happens, huh? But listen, man, y'all know what we do. We don't do the normal around here. Why is that, guys? Because we were designed from greatness. And because we were designed for greatness, guys, you have the right, the responsibility, and authority to never be average. So, guys, don't be average. Yeah. Shout out to all my veterans, active duty, reserve, separated, retired, and passed on. Always remember, guys, freedom ain't free. I holla.